This is a compilation of every single One Piece meme I have ever posted.
Emotional damage!
When you don't know your opponent's strength, so you send your weakest Pokemon first. Nico Robin wishing to die. That's it, I'm gonna say it. Screw Carrot and screw Yamato. This absolute king should be the next crew member. Did you know Caesar Clown and Gangster Gastino are voiced by the same voice actor? Mihawk used a bigger knife in cutting cucumbers than what he used in fighting Zoro, so it means Cucumber is stronger than East Blue Zoro.
Emotional damage!
My kidnappers returning me back after listening to me talk about One Piece for 2 hours. Defeated Luffy more than once, nearly permanently killing him. Defeated Ivankov, Inazuma, the entire Blackbeard crew present. Both Jinbei and Crocodile made it their prerogative to avoid fighting him, and even Shiryu did his best to avoid directly confronting him. Imagine what he could do if he wasn't pooping himself constantly. Pick the best girl with a pouty face. When you were really sad, but you ate a defective smile. My worst nightmare. Some villains need to be killed. Some need to be punished. Some need forgiveness. And some need to be castrated, boiled alive, chopped up, and buried in an unmarked grave. Me watching Oda turn a throwaway joke from 300 chapters ago into a major plot point. Yes, one must never underestimate a goat. Vivi's reaction when she saw that Luffy released Crocodile from Impel Down. My plans? 2020. Luffy, after saving an entire country from a villain. You know the rules, and so do I. Fujitora is the answer. If those kids could read, they'd be very upset. With the help of the Giro Giro no Mi, Viola can see anything within a 4,000 kilometer radius, which means, while she was in Mary Joyce, she was capable of seeing everything there. This includes the national treasure, Emu, and every secret hidden in Mary Joyce. Carrot's only narrative option is to join the crew. Change my mind. Blackbeard? Stop! Pops! I'm your son, right? You're not really gonna kill me! Whitebeard. Roger! What is One Piece? Where is it? Wanna know where Raftel is, bro? No. Mihawk was real funny for this. I'm no beast that goes all out when hunting a rabbit. Unfortunately, I don't carry any smaller sharp instrument than this one.
Emotional damage!
Robin versus Black Maria. If you ever feel dumb, remember that this genius thought he could defeat Whitebeard, Mihawk, and the Admirals with maps a little girl drew for him. When guys turn 20, they choose one of these legends to base their entire personality around. Usopp and Frankie in a nutshell. Zoro trains like crazy and almost dies before learning to cut steel. Luffy has a sword for one day. Am I a joke to you? Ace's father versus Ace's daddy. Big Mom with 43 husbands, 46 sons, 39 daughters, and God knows how many grandchildren. Roger with one love child. Someone knocks on the bathroom door, makes a loud sound, knocks back, poops louder, says, "Come in," opens the door. When you accidentally type, you know, if you go in there, there's no coming back. I have to do it. I have to know what happened to my friends. The fool. Babe, please stop. You are not law. Room, chambers, injection shot, doctor. You're lucky to see this. Only 5 flying devil fruits are known to exist. So that was a flapping lie. Are you two friends? Yes. No. I'll protect you until you're ready. I'll keep you warm until you're ready. I'll carry you until you're ready. Fly, biznatch! It makes sense now. Kitetsu blades will lead the user to their death, but with Zoro, he'll naturally go the wrong way. Time travel gets invented. Other people? Finally, I get to relive my best moments in my life. Me? No, Ace, don't fight Akainu! Me watching Luffy versus Arlong? Me watching Luffy versus Kaido? Luffy coming up with gears and rubber powers plus hockey fighting style? Luffy with anything else? I just wish that there were higher stakes. What if Oda makes a second series about the old era? I don't really get why people hated this scene. They say that Usopp, Chopper, and Nami should be on the front line fighting for the Straw Hats. Who the fudge places their doctor, navigator, and sniper on the front line? One Piece is one of the greatest manga series of all time. It's too long. It's boring and... Reads Arlong Park. Reads Alabasta. Reads Marineford. When is chapter 992 coming out? Who wants to see One Piece's ending? Who wants One Piece to end? Frankie really went Squidward's house last episode.
What?
Luffy, join my crew. Zoro, which is our ship and how many members are we? Luffy. Kobe on his way to capture Boa Hancock. Finds out she's pregnant with Luffy's kid. I'm going to sink their ships. Count on me. You're going to sink the enemy ships, right? You're going to sink the enemy's ships, right? Think, Usopp, think. None of this would have happened if you just agreed on buying a new fudging ship. I skip fillers. Well, I skipped Skypiea. Amateurs. What was that, punk? Amateurs. Hawkeyes, so you came here to fight? I don't want to fight a one-armed like you.
Emotional damage!
I came here to let you know the story of a kid you've known for so long. Brook with the Straw Hats. Blackbeard fight starter pack. Face off with lots of talking. At first, enemy lands a few good hits on him. Zee-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. Wins at the end. Manga. Anime. Luffy adaptation. Casually raised the next Pirate King. This boy is also the son of the most wanted man in the world. Raised the son of the late Pirate King Gold D. Roger. Raised a runaway prince of her country. This boy preferred to stay in her home. Slapped Monkey D. Garp and scolded him in front of Marine soldiers. Doesn't give a fudge. Childhood. Young age. Old age.
What?
Don't worry, Mom. Dad will come back soon. Meanwhile, a couple islands away. Doflamingo. 2 men in there that shower once every 10 years. I know Sanji is fighting for his life right now. Guess the anime. One Piece. It's Gintama.
What?
Listen here, you little shiznit. Luffy. I am the captain. Zoro. I'm the swordsman. Chopper. I'm the doctor. Law. Pathetic. You finally showed up, grandson. Getting ready to watch another 25-minute episode of One Piece? The first 6.5 minutes of the episode are recaps and a theme song you don't like. Absolutely nobody? One Piece characters? Non-One Piece watcher? I'm not watching it because it's too long. One Piece watchers? Not enough episodes. Gura, no. Gatling gun! would like to award you the highest honor I can bestow. Oda preventing the desire to tell the background of Zoro for 1,000 chapters and 25 years. The funniest way One Piece could possibly end Zoro's storyline is for him to finally beat Mihawk in a genuine duel and inherit the title of World's Strongest Swordsman for a while. And then, while he's paying his respects to Kuina later, her spirit briefly appears, sort of like how Bill Mears did at the end of Arlong Park. When Zoro realizes this, he takes the chance to have one final posthumous duel with his old friend, promising to go all out and finally defeat her. And like fudging clockwork, she completely rocks his shiz and he loses again for the 2002nd time. Oh, Chopper without a hat, what's your wisdom? Oda keeps characters around in case he comes up with an idea to use them later. In the final arc, that won't be a problem, so it might be a massacre. Elisabello II? I can knock the entire Corrida Coliseum out, even a Yonko with my King Punch. Bartolomeo? Oh no. Anyway. People of Drum Island when they saw Chopper? A monster! Kill it immediately! People of the rest of the Grand Line when they see Chopper. LMAO, a raccoon. It's not my wallet. Yes, that's my ID card. Makes sense. But it's not my wallet. I haven't said anything yet, you pelican eel! I wonder what Luffy's up to. It was at this moment most of the Straw Hat Pirates had to ask themselves, why exactly did we attack NS Lobby again? Fudge Luffy. I repeat, all my homies want to fudge Luffy. Hey Zoro, I know where the enemy is. Follow me. Wano is the best arc in One Piece. The best arc so far. Oda? No excuses allowed. I'm so sorry to everyone. Thank you for all your positive thoughts. I'll do better. The whole One Piece fandom. I don't deserve such words of kindness. Who would win? The man with arguably the strongest devil fruit and one of the strongest observation haki? Or one rubber boy? Just remembered that someone on the Thousand Sunny has to mow the lawn. Frankie at the rest of the Straw Hats once a month. Bash me all you want, but you can't undonut your son. Those Yonkos sure know how to party. Fantastical Wonderland Tea Party with living food, living furniture, and guests made up of leaders in the underworld. A rave complete with choreographed dancing, lasers, a DJ, and a MC. Let's sit in the shade and get wasted. Reactions upon learning the entire truth of the world. Attack on Titan? Meanwhile in One Piece, when something funny is about to come in 10 seconds. So you see, that's where the trouble began. That smile. That damn smile. There's not an animal alive that I cannot control. No one? Luffy on every transponder snail call? Ore wa monkey D. Luffy. Kaizoku oni. Ore wa naru. You were in the club, and this guy smacks your girl's cake. What do you do? Where did my girl go? Guys, what's stopping you from dressing like this 24/7? I'm not a perverted cook. I trust my friends. They're friends. The technology in One Piece when Frankie joined the team. Basically, we're about to warp 1,998,700 years ahead in civilization. Breaking news, Mom of 11 wants 100 more kids to have world's largest family.
What?
Are you challenging me? The duality of man. Oda-sensei, as you were drawing the series, which scene made you cry the most so far? Please tell us. Whoa, splendid, this? These are the kinds of serious questions I look for. Personally, there really are lots of scenes that made me tear up as I drew them. There are even times where the drawing becomes so tough for me from all the feelings that I have to leave my desk for a breather. As for the scene that made me cry the most, or rather, the scene that was especially tough for me to draw, I do remember that the scene from the Alabasta arc, when Vivi keeps screaming, "Please!" was so hard to draw that I had to put my pen down. Though there are countless more the more I try to recall. I guess it would have been this one. Question. If Marco's cucumber gets ripped off, will it regenerate? Skypea can be skipped since nothing happened. True love. WCI arc in a nutshell. This kitchen's not the same without you. When you quit the Bam Bam and start having a good lifestyle. Me talking to my family. Me talking to my friends. Me explaining the One Piece plot after my friend asked me why Frankie was fighting an obese man with baby clothes during Dressrosa. Overpowered weapons in One Piece. Yoru, Murakumogiri, Enma, Sabo's pipe. Colored manga? Okay, Rami Bucks aplenty. Sorry not everyone is privileged enough to buy 99 volumes of One Piece to read in color. Secondly, One Piece has been plagued with horrible pacing since its conception and still suffers from it to this day. It's a modern-day slideshow 90% of the time. So don't try to kid yourself or anyone else that only the beginning has bad pacing. That being said, I think One Piece is great and people should get into it like how I did a year ago. Start from where the story is right now and just keep up weekly. Use the wiki to supplement the knowledge that you don't have. It's what I did, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I started One Piece from Wano arc. Anyone who starts from episode 1 of One Piece and catches up should touch grass.
What?
God, you piss me off. All body shapes are beautiful. Mine too? No. This is the face of our beloved protagonist as he's witnessing what he presumes to be the imminent death of a mentally ill diabetic 68-year-old mother of 85. Katakuri, if you hide that mouth, you'll have friends. So that was a fudging lie. I wanted to learn a lot more from Pedro. Do you feel anything? No? Why don't you come down and tell everyone what One Piece is all about? POV, you are Admiral Fujitora. He has undergone 0 design changes since 1999. This is because he is without flaw. What ordinary followers are waiting for? And what legends are waiting for? Isn't Whitebeard that pirate with the deadly parrot on his shoulders? He does sit on Oyaji like a parrot, OMG. Psst, shut up, he'll hear you. Mera Mera no Mi. Users. Follows the plan? What plan? Luffy talking with Tama? Oh dear, gorgeous. Luffy talking with Momo. You fudging donkey! The will of D. Can you imagine boarding a plane and seeing these two? She would be saying something weird right before takeoff like, hopefully it goes well, but if it doesn't, all that safety stuff I just told you about probably won't work. And then you get up in the air and he comes over the intercom like, hey, is everyone buckled? Because I want to do a loop-de-loop. Apparently, Sanji works as a translator for Crunchyroll. Dumb, run away! Kaido is too strong! Kaido may be strong, but not stronger than family. Baby, I miss you so much. Babe, why are you crying? Because I also miss you. The most anticipated war in One Piece. And then, the Foxy Pirates challenge the Straw Hats to a Davy-back fight. Mom, make Dad tell the story right and skip the filler episodes. That's what really happened. Oh. Not gonna lie, sometimes I forget this is about pirates. I got defeated by Luffy in Gear 4 Snake Man. Wait, what? There's another variation of Gear 4? What's Gear 4? Wait, he used gears? Wasn't expecting my Uber Eats driver to be Kuzan. Fight me? Seriously, Mihawk? Unfortunately, I don't carry a smaller knife than this one. Luffy? OMG, Sabo is alive? Robin? You can only pick one. Choose wisely. A cat girlfriend? She loves you. Or Bon Clay returns and stays for good. Girls? I can't believe he didn't cry at the Titanic. Do men even have feelings? Boys? Why can't I find a guy like this? Hey. No. I'm literally the guy in the pic. Oh, thank God it's just an alligator. I thought it was crocodile. Mihawk, you fudging madman. Where's the toilet paper? You gonna just wipe your cheeks with Zoro's hopes and dreams? Why is the toilet not even attached to the fudging wall? Where is the water source? Why is it on a rug? No paintings, no homoerotic portraits of vampires, nothing? Not even a bowl of wax fruit? A mirror? A bathtub? Do you fudging bathe? Why is there no source of light in here? Do you bring a candlestick with you just to shiz? Does it make you feel like a man shizzing in total darkness? Every masterpiece has its cheap copy. Doflamingo? Something happened in the past that traumatized Corazon so much he can't speak anymore. Also, Doflamingo, put some respect on green characters. Tell me you don't read One Piece without telling me you don't read One Piece. For most of his life, Zoro's singular desire has been to become the greatest swordsman in the One Piece world. While he searched the world for the most talented swordsman to challenge, one of the biggest obstacles to achieving his dream might be his own Straw Hat Pirates crewmate, Brook. Nobody is born cool. Except, of course, Yamato after exploring all of Wano in 2 days. Fudge. One Piece Twitter be like, Oda could write Romeo and Juliet, but Shakespeare could never write One Piece. My games, if you want it, you can have it. Search for it. Emulate it. I left it all in the internet. Mario, moments before his public execution, kickstarting the Great Piracy Age, March 31st, 2021. Do you know what this is a reference to? Pirates of the Caribbean? I'm gonna shoot you. There are two types of One Piece fans. Buggy will defeat Shanks. Can Buggy disconnect his cucumber? Everyone at Marineford? How the flap does Teach have 2 fruit powers? Marco? I don't know, man. Teach is just built different. Usopp has defeated people with the most overpowered devil fruits in One Piece. You are charged with... Meta no Mi Halloween. Law explaining the plan. Usopp lying for the 1000th time. Chopper. No, my dream. I can't die here. I have too much left to accomplish. Please, Big Mom, say something. Dreams are cringe, Dad. Stop being a punani and just say you got outplayed. The 8-piece. The 8-piece is real.
What?
Shipwright? Here's a catalog of ships we can build for you. Teach? Nah, bro. Just tie some of those logs together and we good. Teacher? What's the first chapter of the Bible? Me? It's Genesis. Teacher? Then why did you write Romance Dawn? Whitebeard and Roger fighting? Momonosuke's dad. Straw Hats and what type of One Piece fan they would be. Into power scaling. One Piece cosplays OF. Theory enthusiast. Still on Alabasta. Tells everyone he's caught up. Reddit meme piece. Reddit cucumber piece. Reddit fun piece. One Piece fans will swear to you that a guy that looks like this got the saddest backstory in fiction. Destroy them! Destroy them! I have a powerful theory that Shanks' hat is the same one that Luffy wears. Once the mask was off, it was over. Doflamingo, if his father had not taken away from the celestial dragons. There is a mutation that causes bones to become 8 times denser than normal that allow people to walk away from car accidents without a single fracture, but with the trade-off of being unable to swim. The Straw Hats at the gym. Power lifts, gives genuine advice to newbies, trains butt, spots females, uses fake weights, eats Rumble Ball mid-workout, tries every machine out there, skips leg day. You know guys, I lied when I said my fruit was wax. Oda seriously created peak chopper design and then never used it again. Pirates that wore the straw hat. What have you been doing? Stuff. 1 eternity later. Who are you? Stuff. How did this guy age multiple decades in the span of 2 years? Can see 5 seconds into the future? Can make up the future. I heard that this rubber man punched a celestial dragon. Naruto is better. One Piece is said 16 times in the Bible. Big Mom First Commander, Awakened Devil Fruit, COC Hockey, nearly beat Future Pirate King. Whitebeard First Commander, Mythical Devil Fruit, Doctor Philosophist Strategist Genius, basically OP Da Vinci. Kaido First Commander. You think this is funny? Oda is Japanese. Yup. And One Piece uses Japanese naming order. Yup. So with Boa Hancock, her last name comes first. That makes sense to me. Then call her Hancock. Her name is Boa. Appears in only one arc with one of the most ungodly powerful devil fruits imaginable. Flapping leaves to the moon, never to be seen again. Everyone at Marineford? Buggy at Marineford. Luffy and vegans are natural enemies. Like Zoro fans and Sanji fans. Or Zoro fans and Law fans. Or Zoro fans and Mihawk fans. Or Zoro fans and other Zoro fans. Damn Zoro fans, they ruined the Zoro fandom. And now having the power of electricity and extremely advanced observation hockey, basically making him a god. Me watching other animes so I can tell everyone why One Piece is better more accurately. Mofos be like, One Piece has the best antagonists in shonen, and these are the antagonists. Crazy foreshadowing all the way back in Chapter 7. Yep, I'm strong. I'll get stronger later on. Wano in the anime, Wano in the manga. Most expensive piece of rock in One Piece. People shizzing on the Skypiea arc. My boy Noland. How high will your ceiling go? I'm going to save this country. To help the people? He looks like a pineapple. Ted, we found you in the park throwing rocks at One Piece fans. Why should they be happy? Uses a random village as a base. Creates a new pirate king. Bible studies random bar girl. Leaves. Bounty Hunter's importance in One Piece. The new No Leg Day pirates. Watching One Piece backstories until I cry. Your selfish action dishonored the face of justice. Fujitora is lucky he got that gravity devil fruit, otherwise he can't walk with balls that big. The sea is so beautiful. Look, There's a floating barrel. Wanna take it? No, just leave it. Okay. By the way, the sky is beautiful too, right? The quarantine won't last that long. The quarantine? Brook could have had 2 devil fruit powers. What? In the world of One Piece, the act of eating multiple devil fruits causes death. Brook, however, ate the Yomi Yomi no Mi, which allows its user to come back to life after death. So, anyone who eats the Yomi Yomi no Mi first can eat a second devil fruit and enjoy the benefits of 2 fruits. Jesse, what the flap are you talking about? The entire One Piece fandom when someone says One Piece is too long, so they're not going to watch it. Marineford arc. Apparently, it was confirmed in an interview that Oda uses the wiki when writing large battles. How everyone sees Luffy. Garp, Nami, Bartolomeo, Sabo, Hancock, Fujitora. Can you imagine a world without Luffy? Seeing Luffy use Haki for the first time? Seeing Luffy use Haki the 93,286th time? Question: what's in Zoro's left eye? Answer: it's the Sharingan from Naruto. He trained in the wrong anime for 2 years because he got lost. The source of Big Mom's strength. Who would win? One slippery boy, or a prodigy swordmaster? Mofos after saying Bososhoku no Haki instead of armament Haki. Wait, you guys actually skipped Skypiea? I thought that was a joke. How it started? How it's going. Everybody gangsta till Buggy D Clown pull up with Fruit Awakening. The pupil of your eye can expand as much as 55% while looking at something you love. Luffy and Zoro trying to assimilate and pretend to be from Wano and not from the outside? Nobody? One Piece characters? Me, who wasn't feeling Robin in the crew? This is what Oda took from you. Fights after time skip be like, he's got Haki! You idiots, we've all got Haki. East Blue is the weakest sea. Friendly reminder that Sanji tried to kill Robin the first time she appeared. Alright boys, let's have a nice, clean execution. When you're washing dishes and a piece of wet food touches your hand. My mom enjoying One Piece's mostly light-hearted nature so far? One Piece. One Piece. I can't read kanji, but I'm assuming this says One Piece. I ate a suspiciously looking fruit and lost the ability to swim, but at least I became a rubber man and decided to become the Pirate King. Magellan after seeing the new emperors. Hellamayo, this guy dresses like a baby. Top 3 biggest mysteries in One Piece. What is the One Piece? What is Sogeking's true identity? Why is he called Whitebeard when he doesn't even have a beard? Okay, I'll do that. I wouldn't want to overload you with information. This little maneuver is gonna cost us 51 years. Doflamingo every time he gets mildly irritated. People who want to become king of the pirates? People who want to become world's strongest swordsman. Sanji every time he sees a hot girl. Luffy every time he sees food. Zoro every time. Me waiting for Dragon and Shanks' power reveal. Other anime? Characters when they first appear? when they reappear. One Piece. Characters when they first appear, when they reappear. 2070? So, that's how it ends? 2071? 3071? So, this is Fishman Island? Name a character that went through more pain than her. I'll wait. I swear Roger is the only One Piece character who wears coats the right way. World government be like, a random pirate from East Blue sails out alone, has the initial of D, defeats a Shichibukai, burns the flag at their own territory and declares a war, punches a celestial dragon KO, infiltrates the world's mightiest prison, frees more than 2,000 notorious prisoners, casually joins the war at Marineford and escapes. Kizaru shoots the key instead of Luffy. You had one job. So, you're Kaido. You think you're validated just because your friends called you Pirate King? Yes. Zoro in the anime? Nothing happened. I beat the monkeys. Purgatory, Onigiri. Zoro, according to this Reddit sub? Where am I? Monkey D. Luffy, please. No! How dare you refuse the invitation to join the Baroque? I work alone. Flap off. I am alone and have a single rowing boat. Join me. Of course, Captain. Glory be the Straw Hat Pirates. Shichibukai, please. One Piece is too long. I'm not gonna watch it. This is so slow. When does it get good? Chopper is annoying. I skipped Sky Island. Ace died for no reason. I stopped watching at Dressrosa. Kaido is a mid-villain. Instagram One Piece page has cracked it. Garp is Mihawk's father, confirmed. Goldie Roger was molded after Olivier Levasseur, who before his hanging in 1730, he threw a necklace in the crowds near his execution platform. In his necklace, there was a cipher that leads to his treasure. Till this day, nobody has found it. When you are losing the argument, but the other guy makes a spelling error. One Piece's art style? One Piece's subject matter. If you ever feel powerless, just remember Jinbei beat up Arlong so hard that Arlong had to go back to an island in the East Blue just to feel like a real threat again. Characters whose plans never work. Reading One Piece be like, why? 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 Oh, that's why. One Piece? One Piece if that one guy didn't ask Roger about his treasure during his execution. Straw Hats when they learned who are Luffy's grandpa and dad. Okay, I'ma fight this enemy. Damn, she's a woman. Alright, get lost, all of you! Except you. You stay. Hated One Piece characters annual meeting. When I'm in an unhealthy lifestyle competition and my opponent is Eiichiro Oda. The last thing the Frankie family saw before getting their cakes beat for hurting some long-nosed dude. Oh, Princess of the Floor, what is your wisdom? Since Luffy loves food more than girls, Luffy will marry the girl who can give him the most food. Similarities between Sasuke and Zoro. Both sword users. Emo. Has no left eye. Has a yellow-haired boyfriend. The four horsemen of no hate in One Piece. Question. The other day, when I glared at my 3-year-old brother, he started to cry. Do you think this might be the sign that I have Conqueror's Haki?
What?
Oda. Please be nicer to your poor brother. Another day of thanking God for making me a One Piece fan. Barges into Marineford, kills Yonko, steals Devil Fruit, refuses to elaborate further, leaves. Don't make me disappointed, Netflix. This is what I want to see. Guess who's gonna play as Chopper? Magnificent. That Netflix One Piece has a lot of competition. You want to join my crew? One Piece Gooners? I just wish they casted accurate looking women in live action. One Piece live action if it was accurate. The One Piece live action? The Death Note live action. I love the way the One Piece live action series gave Luffy more emotional beats in his first season as opposed to the anime series, since it only occurs a lot more during Water 7, especially regarding the Going Merry. One Piece news: Ace's actor for the new upcoming Netflix live action One Piece film has been revealed. Manga, anime, live action. One Piece live action actors when they find out that they have to shoot another 1,000 episodes. One Piece live action is so good I could die. One Piece live action is so bad I could die. $16 Netflix subscription fee. Actors look like cosplayers. Some missing characters. Some characters get hardly any screen time. They are flying through some story arcs. More Kobe focus. Manga, anime, live action. When you finally watch the live action One Piece, perhaps I treated you too harshly. Netflix executives being asked to give more money than they already have to fund the budget of each subsequent season of the live action One Piece show if season 1 is successful, since the story will just get crazier and crazier. Main reason why creators changed Usopp's nose. We better never see One Piece live action reach Dressrosa. Imagine Chopper look like this in the live action. Me excited to show my family the live action One Piece? Helmeppo's cheeks. You don't think she, likes me, do you? Man, you're pretty stupid. Fun fact. To prepare for the role of Zoro, Makenyu practiced getting lost in other anime universes before joining One Piece. Netflix, I flapping dare you. I'd like to have him for Skypiea. How it's felt watching my friend group slowly turn into One Piece fans by watching the live action series. Literally unwatchable. I'm really not hungry right now, Nami.
What?
Ro really made Netflix respond. I present to you the One Piece transponder snails. My Hornball ASS could not have a transponder snail.
What?
Some things never change. In both anime and live action, I still want to smash Nami. I kill your kind for a living.
Emotional damage!
One Piece live action reactions be like, this show is so cringe, it's going to give me nightmares. It's way worse than I imagined. Oh my god, everything turned out to be much better than I was expecting. I don't know if it's just me, but the One Piece live action actors just look like they're cosplaying the characters. Breaking news, Twitter user discovers what acting is. Bro wants the actors to look like this. I'm crying. I don't know if it already has been pointed out, but isn't that Zoro getting lost in the background? After all, why not? Why shouldn't I ship them? Something original? Crocodile is Luffy's mom? Zoro is the R-word? Based on the comic book entitled One Piece, created by Ichiro Oda. If Adam Sandler doesn't portray Kizaru in the live-action series, we should riot. I'm crying. Why Nami got the Dora fit? One Piece live action gets an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 96% average audience score. It's ranked number 1 as the top TV show online. One Piece is currently number 1 in 84 countries on Netflix, surpassing records set by Stranger Things Season 4 and Wednesday. Manga readers and anime watchers? My most honest reaction when my coworkers mention this cool Netflix show called One Piece. Do not cite the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written. I can't wait. I need y'all thoughts on this. Hope Netflix live action will stay faithful to the manga. What did they do to Bro? Attention to detail is amazing. Netflix adaptation's new cast reveal. For any wrestling fans in here, I started watching this show on Netflix called One Piece. I'd never heard of it before. It's incredible. This is real TV, not like that anime bullcrap everyone keeps trying to get me to watch. I hate anime. This, however, is an American original, genuine piece of cinema. Why does this feel so accurate? I would never be a simp. At your service, my queen. Roger's execution, modernized Apple Watch. Vegapunk accessories. Utter garbage. Netflix ruined it. They couldn't even get the title right. I kind of like how the characters look, but I really want them to be bulkier. For example, I believe this Garp is a cool marine guy, but I don't believe he could throw cannonballs. Good luck finding an actor with a One Piece Giga neck. Half the actors would have to be The Rock, wearing different wigs, fake beards, and painted in different colors. Trailer dropped, and this is all I'm thinking about. My face when I find out the One Piece live action is good. All the great fighters call out their finishing moves. No, they don't.
What?
Zoro kind of forgot the names of his finishing moves to make room for all his edginess. I ate this today. Tasted kind of weird. Anyone know if this is a devil fruit? Try jumping in the water? Bro, that's attempted murder, possibly. One Piece fans, when a show about pirates with swords and deadly powers is darker in live action compared to a cartoon. This is my favorite photo of the entire One Piece live action behind the scenes photo. It's just that, without context, it looks like a photo from a Latin American birthday with a weird clown, or the after photo of a tremendous theme party. This looks like a shiz post from 2005. I can't believe he didn't cry when the live action skipped Don Krieg. Do men even have feelings? You guys always act like you're better than me. My personal theory. Django was in the live action, he just hypnotized you so you forgot. Same energy. Where are they? When people finish the Netflix series, what an adventure, huh? Captain, it's the prologue. If the live-action adaptation of One Piece goes all the way to the end of the story, then they can skip Thriller Bark, because nothing happened there. I thought comments like Arlong not being blue in the live-action were memes until I read this. Luffy has no hairy pits, so please, shave the pits, please. There is no way to imagine that it is a fantasy anime character when fans recognize that human hairy pits.
What?
One Piece anime and manga? One Piece live action. Live action Luffy right now? Live action Luffy when the show catches up with the anime. Oda? Nami's live action actress. LOL, I'm a little out of the loop. What's the context? Oda met his wife at an anime convention and she was cosplaying as Nami. The Rock as Frankie. Wow, Buggy is such a non-threat to the protagonist, but he's pretty funny. All those goofy scenarios where he shouldn't be in such powerful positions are so wacky. Please don't hurt my family. On the source material, Zeph's mustache was on a 30-degree angle, and on the live action, it's in a 75-degree angle. That's more than double the amount. Absolutely disgraceful. I speak for everyone when I say we will not be watching. Bar T in a nutshell. Why didn't you just cook the menu? Because it's an insult to the meat. It's because you didn't put enough oregano. Oregano's for savages! You're off the line, Eggplant! Zoro's the strongest fighter that I know.
What?
Zoro over Shanks and Garp confirmed. Mihawk's actor in the One Piece live action changed his profile picture to one of Mihawk painting his sword black. True method acting. Arlong gives me mad 70s Hulk vibes. Helmeppo in the anime? Helmeppo in the live action. I love this. Hell, after he finds out Mary dies in the live action. Me enjoying the first episode of the live action One Piece with my family since there won't be any fan service in it. Helmeppo's bare cake cheeks. Wait, you guys are actually mad about the sandals? I thought it was a joke. The plug staring at me after I ask how many calories are in the edible. Holy flapping shiz! It is just a pair of sandals. Okay, hear me out. Watching Luffy fight Arlong at Baratier. Do you see this shiz, Don Krieg? Tell me I'm not the only one that sees this. Crocodile? Luffy vs. Doflamingo in live action. One Piece fans? Wish the live action was more faithful to how the characters look. If they were too faithful. People been telling me I look like Ryan Gosling. What y'all think? My man's posted 2 photos of Ryan Gosling like we wouldn't notice. I definitely didn't just spend an hour on this. Oda, you have to build Shanks' ship from scratch, even though it'll only appear in one scene.
What?
That's outrageous! Done. My mom? So, have you seen this new show called One Piece on Netflix that came out yesterday? Uncle? I watched 3 episodes and it was great. Cousin? I watched all 8. Me? Season 2, here we go. I would never be a simp. At your service, my king. Netflix sending mixed messages. Why would anyone not pay for a subscription? Because being a pirate is the best thing in the world. This Shanks guy sounds alright. Well, Zoro, I have news for you. Shanks is alright.
Emotional damage!
This is so flapping epic. One Piece live action at Wano gonna be like. Everyone in their mother's costume for Halloween. 2021? 2022? 2023. Just announced, Kim Kardashian cast as King in One Piece live action. I'm watching Netflix's One Piece for the plot. The plot? Why does my One Piece live action look different? Hey Ace, since you're my 2nd Division commander, you should probably know about the Revolutionary Army. Would you like to see the wanted poster for its number 2, hear his name, or know literally anything about him? No.
What?
At least Sabo has the amnesia excuse. This donut's on another level. Dance naked outside every week for 5 years. Okay, I'll do it.
What?
What should have happened? Kaido is trying to take over my country. Can you take care of him? No problem, bro. Don't lower your guard, Luffy. Okay. That's enough for now, kid. But it's not settled. The crocodile is wearing clothes and a hat, and he talked. Just as I thought, this forest is dangerous and strange. If that surprises you, take a look at us. Would never use Conqueror's Haki? Would use Conqueror's Haki as a last resort? Would use Conqueror's Haki as a warning? Uses Conqueror's Haki as a greeting. Odin's daughter? Odin's sword? Wanting to drain Zoro dry. The lurking legend. Someone actually defeats a Yonko and brings him to the Marines alive or dead? The Marines, once they remember how high their bounty was? We are never gonna financially recover from this. Why didn't this idiot just eat a second devil fruit if he wanted to die? That's him, officer. That's the man who skipped Skypiea. One Piece fans think this is peak fiction. I found this from ACPuge1 on Twitter and it made me spit my coffee. Kill One Piece characters? Remove an arm. Whitebeard is the only devil fruit user who doesn't name his attacks. What people think smart antagonists look like? What smart antagonists actually look like? Why must I stand back and watch as you prepare to exhibit power-ups that I already know are coming? If you ever feel useless, remember that Mongolia has a navy.
What?
Why do people like Ace? All he does is lie all the time. I will make Whitebeard the king. I promise that I'll never die. When you grow older, you can join my crew as a Kunoichi. Fan service for boys? Fan service for girls? Fan service for everyone. Responsible for a brutal civil war, mastermind behind a terror group, nearly ended a royal lineage, and tried to obtain a forbidden WMD. Punishment? Imprisonment. Built a nice flapping boat. Punishment? Death sentence. One Piece? One Piece if Robin did her neck snap thing when it would help. What we saw? What admirals saw? Ace kept me nice and warm that day. With his devil fruit, right? With his devil fruit, right? Don't do it, Luffy. They're too strong. The admirals are strong, but not as strong as family. How long does someone have to be dead for it to be considered archaeology instead of grave robbing?
What?
As an archaeologist, I find this a very awkward question. Answer the question, grave robber. I'm a man who wants to be part of the future Pirate King's crew. I can't be intimidated by a mere Emperor of the Sea. Me, waiting for Kaido's backstory to know how much I should hate him. Say it again, Oda. No break next week. Name be Whitebeard. No beard. Mustache. Refuses to elaborate. Dies. A beauty that you can't even draw. Addiction has no limit. These are their bounties. Yes. And I defeated them. Uh-huh. So I should be getting paid. Makes sense to me. So give me my paycheck. You're a criminal now. The US flag code does not actually specify how the 50 stars on the flag are supposed to be arranged. Therefore, this is 100% legal. This guy is the hero of the story. This guy is the hero of the media. But this guy is the hero in our heart. According to Oda, Haki is invisible, but for viewers, Oda did color it black so people can see it.
What?
Now we know why Doflamingo laughed. I would have too. Your friend threatens you to spoil One Piece. You're caught up with the manga. Your friend is Ichiro Oda. Imagine having your bar nearly destroyed by 2 emperors because of some cherry pie. What are Sanji and Zoro's views on cellulite on women? Sanji says it's a harmless condition that only affects the appearance of their skin. Sadly, today's unreasonable beauty standards have made lots of women worldwide feel insecure about their own body, while in the end, health and happiness is what matters most to live a fulfilling life. Men should change how they view women and start to see the beauty that resides beneath every woman's heart. Zoro says, I don't give a flap what type of phone she got. Did I die? No, you didn't. Then why am I seeing an angel? Oh, Luffy, you silly. The three All-Stars. I will never lose again! We feed 1,000 people breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. I feed Luffy every day. You can only choose one. Who are you picking? Wanna join my crew? Netflix and chill? I got a mythical zone fruit. You want it? You wanna know the Void Century? Ready to be my gym partner, brother? Nothing to see here. Just Rayleigh watching Roger's son die in IMAX while doing nothing to save him. Luffy's left hand? Roger's left hand? Shanks' left hand? Luffy's mom? I wonder what our son is gonna look like. Dragon? Nah, he's gonna wonder what I look like. Heart Pirates at 100% power? Heart Pirates at 100% power. Finally, after all these years, I found One Piece! I will never let anyone I love die again. We are out of meat. Cook chopper. I need a crew. Rumors. Eating 2 devil fruit will make the eater die. Ichiro Oda every week? You can't defeat me. Ichiro Oda the previous week? I know, but he can. Throughout all 1,000 chapters, Sanji only said Zoro's name 6 times, and Zoro had never said Sanji's real name. I skipped an arc while watching One Piece. Let me guess, Skypiea? No, Marineford.
What? What the?
I'm gonna ruin the plan. No, we're all going to die. I'm going to ruin the plan. Me too. Me 3. Biggest mysteries in One Piece. Sogeking true identity? Gangster Gastino's true identity? What happened to Robin after she was abducted? Where did Mother Carmel go? Why they didn't free Belmere from the dungeon after Arlong Park? Gear 2? Gear 2 if it was animated in 2022. He's probably thinking about other women. How was Don Krieg's crew able to go back to East Blue from Grand Line? Oda should end One Piece without revealing what the One Piece actually is, and then, afterwards, announce, you want the ending? You can have it. I left it all, the answers, in a book, somewhere on this planet. Now you just have to find it. Thus, starting the real-life Great Pirate Era. Laboon peacefully sleeping. Luffy back for the fight he promised. Sir, you've been in a coma since 2019. Wow, what happened in 2020? Nothing happened. What's the terrifying difference between you and me? Nose. Where are they? Gold Roger, a great pirate.
What?
That's an oversimplification, but yes. Naruto's childhood? I wish I had parents. Luffy's childhood? When I started One Piece, Robin was a schmexy older woman. Now I'm older than her. Hard to swallow pills. Although there is an overabundance of devil fruit eaters in the Grand Line, they are still considered a myth in many parts of the world. A devil fruit user is weak to water. Brook. What happens if I kill him? Nah. Zoro, when betraying the crew, be like, I'm actually good at geography. Stopped Arlong from taking over East Blue, saved Alabasta, saved Skypiea, saved Fishman Island, rescued Slave, literally just wants to go on an adventure, stopped Doflamingo from taking over, risking his life to save Wano, pretty much saved the entire East Blue from pirates. Those damn evil pirates. Andrew Tate has been permanently banned from the Buggy Pirates. Girls only cry over basic trash. Boys only cry over stupid shiznit. I dropped One Piece after 2 episodes. Chopper will be full CGI in the upcoming One Piece live action. Isn't he a cutie? Anime watchers, when they realize as soon as the manga reveals what the One Piece is, they're going to get spoiled no matter what. Admirals are Yonko First Commander level. Admirals are Yonko level. A Vice Admiral was on Legendary Pirate King's level at his prime. I can't imagine that people believe in zodiac signs. Wow, I'm Shanks. Friend, you have Netflix, right? Me? Nope. Then how do you watch stuff? Me? I'm a pirate. Luffy, after a long fight with some of the strongest enemies. Luffy, after one hit from Nami. There is evil in good. There is good in evil. Balance. This biznatch. This king. Can you believe? He's 24? He's 45. You think you're better than us? 2070? So, that's how it ends. 2071. Crocodile everywhere else? Face me, Douglas Bullet. Face me, Whitebeard. Come, let us escape prison, Mr. One. I shall take your head, Whitebeard. Face me, Doflamingo. Face me, Mihawk. Shut up, Sengoku. Shut up, Akainu. Crocodile and Alabasta. No, I'm wet. One Piece fans over the years. 1999. Can't wait to see Shanks fight. 2021. Can't wait to see Shanks fight. Be my navigator. This is my crewmate, Marimo. He's a massive pain in a-hole. I don't have devil fruit. He don't have devil fruit. I have hockey. He has hockey. He has 320 million bounty. I have 330 million. Great success. Usopp against other enemies? Usopp against Luffy. Yeah, I'm on season 5 of One Piece. We go by arcs here, sir. Shanks will make his move soon. Sure, Grandma. Let's get you back to bed. One Piece has almost 1,000 episodes. There's no way you can summarize everything in one picture. Me, an intellectual. Garp, it's your damn family again! Let's go. In and out. 20-minute adventure. They don't even know I have an army of baboons. Me, waiting for the first person with a devil fruit to drown and die since Chapter 1. Japan declares war on your country. They only send one swordsman. It's Zoro. It's Zoro. I wish we got more spontaneous carpentry from Frankie. Man's literally built a bridge in 30 seconds. There's even mochi in here! Luffy, alliances between pirates are often marked by betrayal. Are you gonna betray me? No. Trade offer. I receive 20 years of your life. You receive the best Shonen Jump manga ever. Sanji's opponents? Rival subterfuge expert threatens his masculinity. Liar and manipulator who hurts women. Ruined his dream, perved on Nami. Rival to his father, hurts women. Zoro's opponents? Sword Man. Sword Giraffe. Sword Zombie. Sword Dinosaur. Me watching One Piece thinking Kinemon is a well-known but still relatively new character. Me realizing he's been around for almost 10 years. Dumb. Smart. Dumb. Smart. Dumb. Also dumb. Japanese princess gives up royal status for true love. Their child in the future. Villain introduction in other anime. One Piece. The Straw Hat's reaction to missing the bus. Swears. Tries to run behind it. Looks down in disappointment. Walks to wherever they're going. All of the above in that order. I wonder what that shiny cook does to stay so strong. Meanwhile, at last, I have finally found the fridge. Hold it right there. Don't expect yourself to get to the fridge that easily. I don't know who made this, but this is hilarious. Most beautiful girl in the world? Random girl from a certain village in East Blue. Breaking news. Athlete imitates Luffy from One Piece and takes gold in the Olympic. I'm a One Piece fan. I skipped Skypiea. People who want Luffy to end up with Hancock? People who want Luffy to end up with Nami? Me who wants Luffy to end up with no one. Luffy with Tama? So I'm not leaving until you laugh. Luffy with Momo. Hey, Panini Head, are you even listening to me? Are you going to sleep? Yes, I am. Now shut up. Maybe if you left Luffy with someone more responsible and not some mountain bandits, he would have joined the Marines. I'm here, don't cry. Now, Sanji-kun, which one of these mean ladies hurt you? The time when the Marines almost lost an admiral. Zone allows the user to transform into an animal. Logia allows the user to transform the composition of their body into a natural element. Paramecia. Random BS, go! You are a frightening man. However, I am the best swordsman in CP9. Don't take me lightly. I am the best swordsman in CP9, said the only swordsman in CP9. Brook will never see Laboon again, theory. Because he has no eye. Yo! May I see your underwear? This man woke up thinking he was gonna have a cool little house party and ended up fighting 18 dudes on his roof at 3 a.m. Nami, do you know where Zoro is? No, he probably lost himself. What an idiot. Do you know where One Piece is? Tells his crew to do something stupid. Does everything in their power not to do that. Laughs and hopes it is a joke. Obeys, no questions asked. Has been thinking about doing that stupid thing for a while. Frankie, she's a Yonko. Run away! Aren't we gonna make our captain the Pirate King? I wasn't using my observation haki when fighting Luffy. I was just listening to what he was screaming before attacking. Katakuri will be back next week with more real facts. Introduced as a villain. Barges into fight. Helped Straw Hats to escape from Marines. Got imprisoned. Helped Luffy to save his brother. Sacrificing his life and says, "We Okamas never say goodbye." Guys, I have a plan to escape the deadliest prison in the world. We need to go through the exit. This guy is a flapping genius. Dad, tell me a bedtime story. Me as a parent? Wealth, fame, power. Why are you jumping in to defend a celestial dragon? Give me back my friend! Look, lady, it's fairly simple. There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who got saved by Luffy, and those who got their arses kicked by Luffy. And us have-been-kicked arses need to have each other's backs. Kaido! I still haven't heard it from you. Say that you want to live! Damn it, I want to live! Take me to sea with you!
What?
I like you guys, darn it. If One Piece was written by Kishimoto. If Mama dies in Wano, I'll take charge and we'll ally with the Straw Hats. Before time skip? After time skip? Eren? I miss my dad. Gon? I want to see my dad. Naruto? I've never seen my dad. Luffy? What do you mean by dad? I have a dad? Zeph Ramsey. Is there a theory on Brook being Aokiji's father? Oda woke up one day and said, "I'm gonna make my main character suffer for 3 arcs in a row." The pain you feel after avoiding watching One Piece because it was too long, only to realize that it was not long enough. Jinbei finding out that he's going to be sleeping in the sunny aquarium. If you don't love me at my... then you don't deserve me at my... Imagine at the end of One Piece when Luffy finds the treasure and becomes king of the pirates, Zoro reveals he was a bounty hunter the entire time, waiting for the exact moment Luffy became Pirate King so he could take his bounty and be known as the world's greatest hunter. Unhated One Piece characters annual meeting. Luffy is one of the most funniest shonen characters. Hey, it's your cousin. Eustace Kid if he fought in Whole Cake Island. Where's the iron? My friend started watching One Piece. Me. I'll be waiting for you at the land of Wano. Come at any cost. Just laugh like a normal person. We don't do that here. If you ever feel useless, just remember the Marines failed 18 times to execute a man who can't swim. I could have been the coolest character in the anime, but the writers did me dirty squad. Straw hats are good, but they can be better. When Buggy uses his fruit, he becomes many pieces. When he brings himself back to normal, he becomes one piece. About to go fight. I'll post the video after. I got my cake beat, bruh. I'm not posting that shiz. One Piece fans? Watch 900 episodes of One Piece. Also One Piece fans when they watch 3 episodes of a new anime. I've seen enough. This is trash. Grandpa, those men are calling themselves pirates. Don't look at them, Luffy. I don't want you to be influenced by— oh god, no! It is too late, Gramps. I am the Pirate King. If you ever feel stupid, just remember this dumb A is asking a corpse to hang in there. Naruto's childhood? Luffy's childhood. Usopp pre-time skip versus post-time skip. Luffy punches a celestial dragon. Most sold work by one single author. Luffy gets a new bounty. I'm the only worst generation who can swim. I'm the only Yonko who can swim. I can clap. Ace is Roger's son. Luffy is Dragon's son. Luffy has Conqueror's Haki. Zoro beats some baboons. Marine, what are your names? Luffy. Shh, don't tell him, Zoro. Okay, Zoro. Oh, shiznit. Nice job, Luffy. Zoro and Luffy. Flap. Oda writing about pirates overthrowing the government every week. 12 million fans all around the earth. Think, Luffy, think. If the admirals could beat the Yonko, wouldn't we have done it already? Nami. Blue Nami. Pink Nami. I think I forgot something. If you forgot, then it wasn't important. Yeah, you're right. F Devil Fruit. All my homies use Haki. There will be lots of pirates there looking for One Piece, and they will definitely have powerful ships. Meanwhile, every masterpiece has its cheap copy. One Piece is so good that they can watch One Piece in One Piece. Me, if Akainu gets a sad backstory. Hey Chief, sorry we need you to write us a filler arc. Nothing too fancy, just a forgettable 12-episode padding between Skypiea and Foxy. The mofo who wrote G8. Oda on why Luffy doesn't use nicknames for his Nakama. Well, Luffy is the kind of guy who doesn't want to remember any names because he doesn't care. So, he makes up a name based on the respective person's look. But when someone joins his crew, he makes sure to remember their name properly. Could Robin use her devil fruit to add legs to the Sunny, enabling it to run on land, and if necessary, escape enemies trying to destroy it? Quick mock-up of the art for visual aid. Who would win? Mihawk's monkey, Whitebeard's monkey, or Shanks's monkey? Nami, now that we have that new log pose, I've decided our new destination. We're taking the safest route, right? We're taking the safest route, right? Me, after watching 900 plus episodes of One Piece. Finally, I learned Japanese. Nami Schwan! Chopper Monster Point? Chopper Monster Point post time skip. Naruto is better. One Piece is said 16 times in the Bible. I present to you the One Piece transponder snails. My horn dog behind could not have a transponder snail.
What?
Literally unwatchable. I'm really not hungry right now, Nami.
What?
The Straw Hat's not all dying. Some random shiz Sanji did when nobody was paying attention. Has the most normal backstory. Still acts the edgiest. The greatest theory. At the end of the story, when Zoro is declared the greatest swordsman, he will ask Ivankov to make him female so that the greatest swordsman would be a girl. This will be his final token of gratitude towards Kuina. She and Sanji will then get married. Screw you! You're the man who messed up Vivi's country! That was a long time ago. It's only been a few months! Sanji's opponents? Rival subterfuge expert threatens his masculinity? Liar and manipulator who hurts women? Ruined his dream, peaked on Nami? Rival to his father, hurts women. Zoro opponents? Sword Man. Sword Giraffe. Sword Zombie. Sword Dinosaur. Reminder, without the trans community, Luffy would be dead several times over. I kill your kind for a living. I'm crying. Why Nami got the Dora fit? Chapter 2452. End of the journey. So you were here, Luffy. Took you long enough. Oh, I was busy with some stuff. Let's go outside, now. Zoro. How could you do it? They were your Nakamas! You just said it. They were my Nakamas. If you were so upset about it, maybe you shouldn't have dissolved the crew. They had their own dreams to chase! Do you think I didn't want to sail the seas together with everyone forever? But that doesn't matter anymore. Gearless. Gearless? Aren't you going to use your godly form? Don't underestimate me! Seems I was the one underestimating you, Luffy. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. Whoops. You shouldn't have done that. And you shouldn't have captured our friends. They chose a pirate life fully knowing it was a dangerous way of living, just to help you with your selfish dream. So if you want to blame someone for their fate, blame yourself! I, Hawk, I can't dodge it. Will Haki be enough? Ah! It was a nice adventure, right, Zoro? It was the best, Captain. Naruto villain introduction? One Piece villain introduction. I don't have a favorite child. I love them all the same. Trains with a revolutionary army for 2 years? No Haki. Runs from gay people for 2 years? Armament, observation, one of the 6 powers. The rivalry we didn't know we wanted. Netflix when they stick to the source material and it actually works. This man woke up thinking he was gonna have a cool little house party and ended up fighting 18 dudes on his roof at 3 a.m. Simply the greatest swordsman in the world, the one who intimidates anyone just by his look and rivals the greatest in the world of One Piece, but he couldn't kick out 2 teenagers who broke into his house. When you become the world's strongest swordsman, but your rival loses his arm, and now you're waiting for some Marimo to become stronger and surpass you, only for him to bow down and ask you to train him so he can defeat you. Manga. What kind of manga do you read? One Piece and Attack on Titan? One Piece? For real? Who's your favorite character? Zoro? Nice choice. Really? Are my father and little brother dead too? What does that matter? We were talking about One Piece. Hey, remember when Zoro just did this shiz? Hey, Zoro, we've got a new guest. Say hello to Cammy the mermaid. She's really amazing. A mermaid, huh? First time I've seen one. What? You erased it. You just erased your memory. No daughter of mine is going to stand that fool Odin. Son! I see. No son of mine is going to stand that fool Odin. Yamato is a woman! No, he's a man! I would Bible study Yamato, to be honest. Same here. One Piece? One Piece if Robin used that move at every opportunity. Zoro and Sanji's dynamics in the manga/anime? The live action. Luffy with Inaki's curly hair. I despise all humans of high ranking. I want slaves to be free. I despise all humans. I want to be free. I despise all. I want slaves. Oda woke up one day and said, I'm gonna make my main character suffer for 3 arcs in a row. I don't know if it's just me, but the One Piece live action actors just look like they're cosplaying the characters.
What?
Breaking news. Twitter user discovers what acting is. Bro wants the actors to look like this. I'm crying. I dare you, Netflix. If you ever feel useless, just remember the Marines failed 18 times to execute a man who can't swim. Netflix, I dare you. I don't know if it already has been pointed out, but isn't that Zoro getting lost in the background? You don't think she, likes me, do you? You're asking the wrong guy. Seems accurate. Attention to detail is amazing. Me waiting for Dragon and Shank's power reveal. Monster Trio. Mature Trio. Weakling Trio. Clinically insane. Evil if left alone. Reliable idiots. Jim. What would have happened to the Straw Hat members if they never met Luffy? Killed by Morgan. Arlong's slave. Killed by Krieg, or still a cook if Mihawk kills Krieg. Would fight Wapol, either dead or living with Kureha. Killed by Crocodile, or she would off herself without a will to live. Captured by CP9, dead or in prison. Still alone without a shadow. Still in Impel Down. Killed by Kuro. Which one is bigger emotional damage? Luffy saying you're not a good person? Zoro saying he doesn't even need his katanas to beat you? Or Sanji not serving you any meal no matter how hungry you are? Water 7 has claimed another yet again. One Piece Twitter is a whole nother realm. Never forgiving them for this. Bro tripping, she looks 10 times better. I'm the R word and still think she looks better pre-time skip. He really said, murder is okay, but those kids are not getting alcohol underage. Makino shocked Luffy can't swim and is a rubber boy now? Shanks shizzing himself because Luffy ate the Nika fruit. Your attacks are too slow. You will never hit me. And your attacks will bounce right off me. Now what? One Piece is amazing because you'll see a character who looks like this and you're like, ah yes, a powerful big shot fighter who's a crew member of one of the world's most dangerous pirates. This is a character that needs to be taken seriously. What's that? We are from the Netflix. No way, this is so cool! Huh? The Straw Hats have touched down on your island. Someone below the poverty line just gave their last piece of meat to Luffy. He's going to overthrow you now. I could take on a Yonko. I could take on a Yonko. Hey Chief, sorry, we need you to write us a filler arc. Nothing too fancy, just a forgettable 12-episode padding between Skypiea and Foxy. The mofo who wrote G8. One Piece debuted about a year earlier than Naruto did, even though we are the same age. He, Ichiro Oda, beat me to it. I was very envious in the beginning, and yet, at the same time, I wanted to not only be like him, but I wanted to surpass him. In some ways, I feel like the reason Naruto was able to be published and was able to succeed was because of One Piece. Masashi Kishimoto, author of Naruto manga. Hey Ace, since you're my 2nd Division commander, you should probably know about the Revolutionary Army. Would you like to see the wanted poster for its number 2, hear his name, or know literally anything about him? No. What is my purpose? You knock out cannon fodder, and most of the time Luffy forgets to use you. Oh my god. Nah, I want whatever bro is smoking. One Piece chapter, Moria revives Gold D. Roger and Whitebeard for Blackbeard in final battle. Zoro is never beating the allegations. I thought your kind hated humans.
What?
Our kind, huh? Is there a lore reason why Law didn't help Satoru Gojo in Shibuya? Is he stupid? This is my favorite photo of the entire One Piece live-action behind-the-scenes photos. It's just that, without context, it looks like a photo from a Latin American birthday with a weird clown, or the after photo of a tremendous theme party. Me waiting for someone with a devil fruit power to drown in the ocean since the very first episode. Why our boy Usopp is the GOAT. Oh yeah, if we lose, they'll snatch me up because I'm so cute. We can't let that happen. I'm cuter, now keep rowing. Hello, Oda-sensei. Big Mom has many ex-husbands, right? So how exactly did she pick her husbands? Did she go on a lot of dates? Being a pirate, she kidnapped them, had kids with them, and then threw them away. Her only goal was to have as many kids from every race as possible. A truly frightening woman. We better never see One Piece live action reach Dressrosa. Why didn't this idiot just eat a second devil fruit if he wanted to die? How? No translation needed. Who is the dumbest character in One Piece? Yes, I moved here from Mary Joyce recently. Shanks is lucky that Kid is his opponent, because if it was a Pooh, Mofo wouldn't be able to cover both of his ears. Watching other anime fights after One Piece. A person can just die so easily? Flirting versus harassment. My crew is my family. My crew is my family. Luffy looks down at the corpses of Sanji and Zoro. You'll pay for this, Kizaru. Gear? Hate. Remember that time Nami misgendered Blackbeard? Hey, he probably knows something about Sky Island. Who is he? Dunno, but it's not he. Not he? Then what? It's they, probably. Blackbeard's pronouns are Ziha. Comic book? Literally unwatchable. These four in a room. Who's breaking the silence first? Who looks better as someone else? Luffy as Doflamingo, Usopp as Blackbeard, Zoro as Mihawk, Robin as Crocodile, Sanji as Law, Chopper as Buggy, Nami as Hancock, Brook as Moria. Netflix, I dare you. Okay, we need to talk about this picture. Netflix, I dare you. With this body of a child, I can't do anything. That means I'll be able to closely watch Nami's precious days while her body matures?
What?
I'll be able to see the moment when the larva turns into a beautiful butterfly?
What?
Zoro and Sanji fans? Sanji is better because he'll defeat Zoro with one kick. No, Zoro is better because he'll cut Sanji to pieces. Meanwhile, Frankie fans. Super! One Piece manga and anime early chapters? One Piece live action first episode. Nah, Kanye went too far with this. I'm tired of the hate towards Celestials. We are all human, and there's good in everyone. I love the Celestials. Okay, Ivankov is kind of fun for now, but his character being so over the top, how long until he gets annoying? That's the neat part. He doesn't. No, Yamato, you can't drink coffee. In good, there is evil. In evil, there is good. Balance? This biznatch. What a chapter break does to a man. Oars is Joy Boy, 100% evidence. Oda is a genius.
What?
Seeing Robin post time skip like, why are you white? I love the Dressrosa arc so much. I've read it multiple times. But I'm sending this question to the SBS because there's something I just can't put together. In chapter 788, why did Viola and Doflamingo call each other Dofi and Violet? What was going on between them? A very insightful question. Well, there's some very deep backstory here, but I cannot tell you about it. I've told my editor, but it's a very grown-up story, and therefore, I'm not showing it in One Piece, my manga for boys. You grown-ups reading this can use your imagination. Dressrosa is the land of passion. Greatest selling manga of all time. Most popular weekly anime series of all time. First successful live-action anime adaptation. Marineford alternative ending. I came to end this war. Ignore him. Just continue the war. I'm returning your hat as promised. Stop this war, or I will tell the Gorosei. Settle down, Akainu. You touch me, and your job is gone. Blackleg Sanji? More like Black Lung Sanji. Smoking isn't cool, idiot. Zoro is R-word. Crocodile is Luffy's mom. Something original? I'm getting the feeling we will see Vegapunk this arc. My friend started watching One Piece. This is his biggest complaint so far. Oh, dang blast it. Doesn't anybody in this dadgum anime stay dead? I didn't want to cause a fuss, but now that you mention it. Anime girl crying? Anime girl in One Piece crying. Instagram strikes again. Chances of beating Blackbeard.
What?
If Zoro and Sanji had a serious fight, who would win? Zoro beat Mr. One, so he's stronger, right? Whoa, that was surprising. I thought you said if Zoro and Sanji had a cucumber fight. You have to be careful what you say. Someone might hear something totally wrong. Okay, see you next time. And for a reference, in Japanese, serious equals gachinko and cucumber means ga-chinko. Since Season 2 of the One Piece live action is confirmed, pick your fighter / nightmare fuel. Kaido, where are you going? To Marineford. I'm gonna kill Whitebeard. No. Okay. He's about 100 times stronger than you boys. Heya, long time no see. I see that you are as cheeky as ever. We are 100 times stronger than we were 2 years ago, Kizaru. One Piece live action actors, when they find out they have to shoot another 1,000 episodes. Why doesn't Sanji get hard eyes with Reiju? Could he maintain his reason if he saw her naked? Isn't that how siblings go? I have an older sister, and all we ever did was scream and fight, so maybe my experience has me biased. I know this is Sanji we're talking about, but wouldn't it be creepy if he was peeving out about his sister? Being a Sanji fan and insulting a woman is genuinely insane. Nami's character development is better than Sanji's. Sanji over useless 304. But I no longer belong in the weak trio with you and Chopper. So that was a flattering lie. Oh cool, she's from the Void Century. I can't wait to hear all the new info she'll give us. I'm so glad Oda is the one writing One Piece and not these mofos. I've been saying this for years. Oda's only way to redeem himself is by having Zoro kill Luffy at the end of the series and becomes the final villain. Gives him a spin-off and having the rest of the Straw Hats after his head. Then Zoro kills them, one by one, as a pirate hunter. Oda should end One Piece without revealing what the One Piece actually is, and then afterwards announce, you want the ending? You can have it. I left all the answers in a book somewhere on this planet. Now you just have to find it. Thus, starting the real-life Great Pirate Era. 149 chapters of Wano? 8 chapters of lore in the middle of Egghead Island. Weebs be like, I love Nico Robin. Bro, which one? When will Sanji finally start looking for the All Blue? That's the neat part. He won't. Gear 2? Gear 2 if it was animated in 2022. Mom needs cake or everyone is spooned. Start beating your sister while she's transporting the cake. Other sister tells you the first sister is necessary to make the cake. Beat the shiz out of her anyways. They escape onto a ship to send the cake to Mom and save everyone. Boil the ocean to sink the ship with your sisters and cake anyways. What happens if I kill him? Nah. Law's reaction when he sees cute things. Bro saw something better than the All Blue. I can't believe he didn't cry when the live action skipped Don Krieg. Do men even have feelings? Rayleigh casually watching his best friend's son die in Ultra HD 4K. When I started One Piece, Robin was a saucy older woman. Now I'm older than her. What happened here? Where are they? This are all One Piece characters that wore Luffy's hat. Luffy, Roger, Nami, Usopp, Shanks, Robin, Sweet Pea, Otama, Rock. This is wild. Like, the concept is interesting, but why you gotta do Nami like that, bro? Bruh. Show me the best foreshadowing. I said the best. Perfect. Only character who knows where to buy black paint. Stalled Crocodile. Strongest observation hockey in the verse. Can see on which islands all the top tiers are and avoid traveling there. Potentially in Kaido's top 50. Speed blitzed a block of ice. Scottish. Mexican. American. Australian? Perfect character development doesn't exist. I want to live! No way, I'd rather die. Momonosuke, the new shogun of Wano, will need a strong wife to help him lead the country. Yamato is the most obvious choice, but She likes to cosplay as Momonosuke's father, Odin. Does this mean Momonosuke will be having Bible study with his dad? I'm here, don't cry. Now Sanji-kun, which one of these mean ladies hurt you? How One Piece fans wanted live-action Usopp's nose to look like. Found this on TikTok. Who are you letting babysit your kids? Katakuri has been depicted as being a very loving older brother, so either him or Buggy. Yup, literally him or Buggy, nobody else. Big Mom would literally kill that baby. Croc could be a decent babysitter if you're paying him. Revolutionary Army Captain offers free gender reassignment, encourages others to express themselves, huge MVP in Marineford and Impel Down, hates the 1%, hee-haw! How will Netflix pull off the Kaku Usopp joke without the nose? All fight scenes are now Bible study scenes. Which would be the best? I don't know, but Marineford is now the best arc. Zoro with 20,000 different types of attacks? Sanji? Netflix, I dare you. This line did not age well. I'm not a zone type. What One Piece opinion got you like this? The whole story is just a dream because Luffy was put into a coma by Django, or whatever that hypnosis guy from the Black Cats pirate is. Nani? Impact. Wait, so you're telling me that Kobe went from a child to a Navy officer in the span of 45 days? One Piece haters skipping 1,000 episodes of lore, context, drama, dynamics, characterization in One Piece to watch Gear 5 episode and then saying, what's going on? Why is it all cartoonish? You were part of the Pirate King's crew alongside red-haired Shanks, and you're also acquainted with Luffy? Please have this poneglyph copy. By the way, can I join your crew? Thanks! Yeah, why not? Having Odin on the crew is nostalgic. Why did she learn all that in the time skip just to spam lightning tempo? Is she stupid? How in the heck did this work though? Kaido at 13 years old? Robin at 8 years old. One Piece is the only manga where this guy still needs a face reveal. Marines after making the 828,483 Buster Call of the week. Old era. Current era. New era. Vegapunk never told you what happened to your father. He told me you killed him. No, I am your father.
What?
Has Bible studied and will Bible study again. Has Bible studied at least once. Waiting until marriage. V-card. Doesn't know what Bible studying is. Me watching live-action One Piece. How Sanji takes care of his body. How Zoro takes care of his body. If you ever feel dumb, remember that this genius thought he could defeat Whitebeard, Mihawk, and the Admirals with maps a little girl drew for him. He's laughing at you. Eat his fruit. This is how casuals think Luffy looks like after the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. This man did his own stunts, took professional cooking classes, took professional kickboxing classes, and now it became his hobby, actually became the chef for the production team, behind the scenes cooked for the production team while still in Sanji's costume. Taz Skylar, the man who was mocked by people when Netflix announced him as Sanji, is easily my favorite part of this show so far. Strongest cat in the world. Gear 2? Gear 2 if it was animated in 2022. Marco had the biggest glow-up in the series. A sign of respect between two legendary mangaka. Dragon's markings on his face are awfully reminiscent of the Native Americans' tribal markings, which we all knew. However, I think it is also hinting at Dragon's devil fruit, the mythical zone type Thunderbird, which is said to be able to control the weather and create lightning in immense storms. This quote is why I love Oda. My staff and I often go to a very noisy Japanese restaurant where a lot of people take their children. There are TVs at each table. If you go there on Sunday nights at 7:30, you'll see the children staring at the TV screens with their mouths wide open, looking silly. They're watching One Piece. When I see that, I never want to let them down. Keep my friend's name out yo flapping mouth. Looks like we found One Piece. Was watching Inuyashiki when this happened. Manga. What kind of manga do you read? One Piece and Attack on Titan. One Piece? For real? Who's your favorite character? Zoro. Nice choice. Really? Are my father and little brother dead too? What does that matter? We were talking about One Piece. I wonder what that shizzy cook does to stay so strong. At last, I have finally found the fridge. Hold it right there. Don't expect yourself to get to the fridge that easily. UK Olympic silver medalist with an interesting tattoo. Nami, blue Nami, pink Nami. A science textbook in the French curriculum uses a scene from the anime One Piece to give a scientific example. Spotted in a local town in Germany, Whitebeard's barber. Hello, Mr. Oda. So, Luffy uses his hat to cover Katakuri's mouth after he beat him in their fight. Both of them were so cool. I think that if I ever happen across a naked sleeping Oda on the side of the road, I would use my hat to cover his symbol of manhood.
What?
I understand how that goes. Every now and then, you spot a naked sleeping Oda on the side of the road. Thank you. But I have to ask, will that be enough? Can you cover my symbol of manhood with a mere hat? Yes, you can. I'll shut up now. So, that's how it ends? Literally unwatchable. I'm really not hungry right now, Nami. The Straw Hat's not all dying? Some random shiz Sanji did when nobody was paying attention. At the end of the story, when Zoro is declared the greatest swordsman, he will ask Ivankov to make him female so that the greatest swordsman would be a girl. This will be his final token of gratitude toward Kuina. She and Sanji will then get married. I can take on our captain. I can take on our captain. Neither of those things are actually true. Has the most normal backstory. Still acts the edgiest. Screw you! You're the man who messed up Vivi's country! That was a long time ago. It's only been a few months! Sanji opponents? Rival subterfuge expert threatens his masculinity. Liar manipulator who hurts women. Ruined his dream, creeped on Nami. Rival to his father, hurts women. Zoro opponents? Sword man. Sword giraffe. Sword zombie. Sword dinosaur. Reminder, without the trans community, Luffy would be dead several times over. I kill your kind for a living. I'm crying. Why Nami got the Dora fit? Naruto villain introduction? One Piece villain introduction. I don't have a favorite child. I love them all the same. Trains with the Revolutionary Army for 2 years? No hockey. Runs from gay people for 2 years. Armament, observation, one of the 6 powers. The rivalry we didn't know we wanted. Netflix, when they stick to the source material and it actually works. This man woke up thinking he was gonna have a cool little house party and ended up fighting 18 dudes on his roof at 3 a.m. Simply the greatest swordsman in the world, the one who intimidates anyone just by his look, and rivals the greatest in the world of One Piece. But he couldn't kick out 2 teenagers who broke into his house. When you become the world's strongest swordsman, but your rival loses his arm, and now you're waiting for some Marimo to become stronger and surpass you, only for him to bow down and ask you to train him so he can defeat you. Yamato is a woman! No, he's a man! I would Bible study Yamato, to be honest. Same here. One Piece? One Piece if Robin used that move at every opportunity. Zoro and Sanji's dynamics in the manga/anime, the live action. Luffy with Inaki's curly hair. I despise all humans of high ranking. I want slaves to be free. I despise all humans. I want to be free. I despise all. I want slaves. I don't know if it's just me, but the One Piece live action actors just look like they're cosplaying the characters.
What?
Breaking news. Twitter user discovers what acting is. Bro wants the actors to look like this. I'm crying. I dare you, Netflix. If you ever feel useless, just remember the Marines failed 18 times to execute a man who can't swim. Netflix, I dare you. I don't know if it already has been pointed out, but isn't that Zoro getting lost in the background? You don't think she, likes me, do you? You're asking the wrong guy. Attention to detail is amazing. The Straw Hats have touched down on your island. Someone below the poverty line just gave their last piece of meat to Luffy. He's going to overthrow you now. Me waiting for Dragon and Shanks' power reveal. What would have happened to the Straw Hat members if they never met Luffy? Killed by Morgan, Arlong's slave, killed by Krieg, or still a cook if Mihawk kills Krieg. Would fight Wapol, either dead or living with Kureha, killed by Crocodile, or she would delete herself without the will to live, captured by CP9, dead or in prison, still alone without a shadow, still in Impel Down, killed by Kuro. What way too many people saw? What really happened? Which one is bigger emotional damage? Luffy saying you're not a good person? Zoro saying he doesn't even need his katanas to beat you? Sanji not serving you any meal no matter how hungry you are? Water 7 has claimed another yet again. He really said, murder is okay, but those kids are not getting alcohol underage. Thought about this while watching the live action. Makino shocked Luffy can't swim and is a rubber boy now. Shanks shizzing himself because Luffy ate the Nika fruit. Your attacks are too slow. You will never hit me. And all your attacks will bounce right off of me. Now what? One Piece is amazing because you'll see a character who looks like this and you're like, ah yes, a powerful big shot fighter who's a crew member of one of the world's most dangerous pirates. This is a character that needs to be taken seriously. What's that? We're from the Netflix. No way, this is so cool! Huh? Straw Hats before time skip need Nami's skills to carefully plan the travel, select islands, follow the log pose, avoid dangerous currents. Every Straw Hat at the end of the time skip? I could take on a Yonko. I could take on a Yonko. Hey Chief, sorry, we need you to write us a filler arc. Nothing too fancy, just a forgettable 12-episode padding between Skypiea and Foxy. The mofo who wrote G8. Hey Ace, since you're my 2nd Division commander, you should probably know about the Revolutionary Army. Would you like to see the wanted poster for its number 2, hear his name, or know literally anything about him? No. One Piece debuted about a year earlier than Naruto did, even though we're the same age. He, Ichiro Oda, beat me to it. I was very envious in the beginning, and yet, at the same time, I wanted to not only be like him, but I wanted to surpass him. In some ways, I feel like the reason Naruto was able to be published and was able to succeed was because of One Piece. Masashi Kishimoto, author of the Naruto manga. Conqueror's Haki? What is my purpose? You knock out cannon fodder, and most of the time, Luffy forgets to use you. Oh my god. Nah, I want whatever bro is smoking. Zoro is never beating the allegations. I thought your kind hated humans. What? Our kind, huh? This is my favorite photo of the entire One Piece live action behind the scenes photos. It's just that, without context, it looks like a photo from a Latin American birthday party with a weird clown, or the after photo of a tremendous theme party. Is there a lore reason why Law didn't help Satoru Gojo in Shibuya? Is he stupid? Me waiting for someone with a devil fruit power to drown in the ocean since the very first episode. Takes Perona in as a kid and raises her for 10 plus years. Not her dad. Lets an adult Perona crash at his house for a few years. Is her dad?
What?
Fraudhawk strikes again. Hello, Oda-sensei. Big Mom has many ex-husbands, right? So how exactly did she pick her husbands? Did she go on a lot of dates? Being a pirate, she kidnapped them, had kids with them, and then threw them away. Her only goal was to have as many kids from every race as possible. A truly frightening woman. Why our boy Usopp is the GOAT. Oh yeah, if we lose, they'll snatch me up because I'm so cute. We can't let that happen. I'm cuter. Now keep rowing. We better never see One Piece live action reach Dressrosa. Why didn't this idiot just eat a second devil fruit if he wanted to die? No translation needed. How? Who is the dumbest character in One Piece? Yes, I moved here from Mary Joy's recently. Watching other anime fights after One Piece. A person can just die so easily? Remember that time Nami misgendered Blackbeard? Hey, he probably knows something about Sky Island. Who is he? Don't know, but it's not he. Not he? Then what? It's they, probably. Comic book? Literally unwatchable. Who looks better as someone else? Luffy as Doflamingo? Usopp as Blackbeard? Zoro as Mihawk? Robin as Crocodile? Sanji as Law? Copper as Buggy? Nami as Hancock? Brook as Moria? Netflix, I dare you. Okay, we need to talk about this picture. Zoro and Sanji fans? Sanji is better because he'll defeat Zoro with one kick. No, Zoro is better because he'll cut Sanji to pieces. Meanwhile, Frankie fans. Super! One Piece manga and anime early chapters? One Piece live action first episode. Okay, Ivankov is kind of funny for now, but with his character being so over the top, how long until he gets annoying? That's the neat part. He doesn't. Seeing Robin post time skip like, why are you white? What a chapter break does to a man. Marineford alternative ending. I came to end this war. Ignore him, just continue the war. I'm returning your hat as promised. Black leg Sanji? More like black lung Sanji. Smoking isn't cool, idiot. Zoro is the R word? Crocodile is Luffy's mom? Something original? I'm getting the feeling we will see Vegapunk this arc. Oh dang blast it, doesn't anybody in this dadgummed anime stay dead? I didn't want to cause a fuss, but now that you mention it... Why did pre-timeskip Nami join the Revolutionary Army? Anime girl crying? Anime girl in One Piece crying. Instagram strikes again. Since Season 2 is confirmed, pick your fighter / nightmare fuel. Kaido, where are you going? To Marineford. I'm gonna kill Whitebeard. No. Okay. One Piece live action actors, when they find out, they have to shoot another 1,000 episodes. Nami's character development is better than Sanji's. Sanji over useless 4. Sanji hearing this? Being a Sanji fan and insulting a woman is genuinely insane. But I no longer belong to the weak trio with you and Chopper.
What?
So that was a flapping lie. I've been saying this for years. Oda's only way to redeem himself is by having Zoro killing Luffy at the end of the series and becomes the final villain. Gives him a spin-off and having the rest of the Straw Hats after his head. Then Zoro kills them one by one as a pirate hunter. Oh cool, she's from the Void Century. I can't wait to hear all the new info she'll give us. Oda should end One Piece without revealing what the One Piece actually is, and then afterwards announce, "You want the ending? You can have it. I left all the answers in a book somewhere on this planet. Now you just have to find it." Thus, starting the real-life Great Pirate Era. Is this canon? Who's the Navy sending this time? Don't they know I'll turn them to stone the moment they see my beauty? Hello. 149 chapters of Wano? 8 chapters of lore in the middle of Egghead Island. Weebs be like, I love Nico Robin. Bro, which one? So, when will Sanji finally start looking for the All Blue? That's the neat part. He won't. Bro saw something better than the All Blue. 0 out of 10 adaptation. We all know Arlong didn't kill her, but locked her in the dungeon. Mom needs cake or everyone is spooned. Start beating your sister while she's transporting the cake. Other sister tells you first sister is necessary to make the cake. Beat the shiz out of her anyways. They escape onto the ship to send the cake to Mom and save everyone. Boil ocean to sink the ship with your sisters and cake anyways. Law's reaction when he sees cute things. What happens if I kill him? Nah. I can't believe he didn't cry when the live action skipped Don Krieg. Do men even have feelings? Rayleigh casually watching his best friend's son die in Ultra HD 4K. Behold the 2 rulers prophesied by the Sea Kings. A glance at the next universe over. What happened here? Where are they? These are all One Piece characters that wore Luffy's hat. Luffy, Roger, Nami, Usopp, Shanks, Robin, Sweet Pea, Otama, Rock. This is wild. Bruh. Momonosuke, the new shogun of Wano, will need a strong wife to help him lead the country. Yamato is the most obvious choice, but she likes to cosplay as Momonosuke's father, Odin. Does this mean Momonosuke will be having alone time Bible study with his dad? One Piece without context. How One Piece fans wanted live-action Usopp's nose to look like. Revolutionary Army Captain, offers free gender reassignment, encourages others to express themselves, huge MVP in Marineford and Impel Down, hates the 1%. Hee-haw! How will Netflix pull off the Kaku Usopp joke without the nose? Zoro with 20,000 different types of attacks? Netflix, I dare you. This line did not age well. I'm not a zone type. Wait, so you're telling me that Kobe went from a child to a Navy officer in the span of 45 days? One Piece haters skipping 1,000 episodes of lore, context, drama, dynamics, characterization in One Piece to watch Gear 5 episode and then saying, what's going on? Why is it all cartoonish? Why didn't Roger use his Conqueror's hockey to take down the Executioners? Is he stupid? Why did she learn all that in the time skip just to spam lightning tempo? Is she stupid? You were part of the Pirate King's crew alongside red-haired Shanks, and you're also acquainted with Luffy. Please have this poneglyph copy. By the way, can I join your crew? Thanks. Yeah, why not? Having Odin on the crew is nostalgic. How the heck did this work, though? Kaido at 13 years, Robin at 8 years. One Piece is the only manga where this guy still needs a face reveal. LOL, Sanji left his influence on Zoro. Shut up, you broccoli head! It's not broccoli head, it's moss head! Marines after making the 828,483rd Buster Call of the week. Old era, current era, new era. Bro, whoever Luffy's mother is has to be fine as flap, because there is no way Dragon's ugly behind created this majestic flat boy. What could have been?
Emotional damage!
Shout out to One Piece characters that when you give them a second look, you notice how hot they are. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. Crocodile when he sees Robin again. Why are you white? It makes sense now. Kitetsu blades will lead the user to their death, but with Zoro, he'll naturally go the wrong way. I do not want to be separated from you guys. You guys were the reason I was able to smile. Big Mom is somewhere near here, right? I'll bring her down.
What?
If Gear 5 Luffy was in Marineford, Luffy is the only emperor who has never seen Roger. What do you flapping mean the creator of One Piece listens to Has-Been Hotel fan music? You can't just drop this sort of information and then log off. The way she probably has the highest body count pre-Straw Hats is crazy. Look at that smile. Before it becomes irrelevant, I'll let you know that I'm a fan of Toei's pre-time skip One Piece adaptation, soundtrack, voice acting, animation, etc. I found this old drawing I did for Gear 5 Luffy before Gear 5 Luffy was actually revealed. How? Peak has been freed from Toei and weekly releases. We prayed for times like these. I don't have a favorite sister. I love everyone the same. Honey, tell me what's wrong. How do we know Emu actually spends all their time inside the castle and doesn't have an alter ego they disguise themselves as and goes out in public under? What if some random background character is Emu pretending to be a normal person? Garp over Luffy in terms of looks. Frankie officially becomes the most wanted non-fruit and hockey user. Top 6 strongest characters without devil fruits or weapons. We go to the One Piece world. We kill a celestial dragon. We get low diffed by Kizaru. Fraudhawk vs Zoro leaked. Luffy is the man who will become king of the pirates. Buggy is the man who will become king of the pirates. Dudes be 37 and they ops be 17. Basically 90% of One Piece villains. Bro is so loyal, he answers his captain's thoughts. What's with the hair? Something's wrong with my hairstyling software. It's a little buggy. I wish I was Kaido. No work, no exams, just You guys always act like you're better than me. Akainu deserves a redemption arc, and saying he should have died at Marineford is idiotic. Any sensible One Piece fan? Whoa, this is worthless. Tells his crew to do something stupid, does everything in their power not to do that, laughs and hopes it is a joke, obeys no questions asked, has been thinking about doing that stupid thing for a while. 1 out of 10, how much do you hate me? Okay, got it. When Usopp asked Rayleigh where One Piece is. This isn't even a meme, I just love Perona so much and I wish she had more screen time. Her design is so unique and cool. Her personality is super funny and relatable, and her dynamics with other characters like Mihawk, Zoro, and Usopp are so interesting and fun to watch. I really hope Oda has plans for her in the future. Lore-wise, who in their goddamn right minds thinks it's a good idea to flap with Big Mom's kids? One Piece characters without their major facial features. I don't know what this says or what the meme is, but hyper-realistic Beppo is extremely cursed, so now I'm forcing you to see it. This interaction will be interesting during the final war for sure. Isn't Whitebeard that pirate with the deadly parrot on his shoulder?
What?
He does sit on Oyaji like a parrot, OMG! Psst, shut up, he'll hear you. Big Mom be like. Oda, after finishing One Piece and being forced to write about Luffy's son, Luffy. Green Mom!
What?
It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Will you change Robin's skin color? What about Zoro's? Will Enel's lightning be yellow like in the manga? Will we see Haki pre-time skip? Will there be retcons by Oda? What about the Saius? Keep the original casting or go for an entire new casting? Same with the OST. Same remixed or new? Still the same with the openings and endings? What will happen here? Will you keep the fan favorite filler arc G8? What about the chapter 0 with Shiki? How will be implemented the mini adventures? Luffy doesn't want to marry me. Make him believe marriage is food. It always works. I don't want to hear anyone call Zoro the minority hunter when this guy exists. This is the moment, Roronoa Zoro. Do you think Crocodile was biting the sheets when Mans was letting Dragon hit?
What?
Buggy is Luffy's shonen rival, since Blackbeard is the main villain and Shanks is Luffy's role model. What? Buggy was the first Devil Fruit user Luffy fought at the start as a pirate, and they are both at the same level in terms of notoriety. Luffy stretches himself, and Buggy splits himself, meaning they got the perfect opposite relationship. What the HFIL are you talking about, Jesse? No, stay with me! Don't leave me! One Piece fans? Honey, I'm pregnant. Hang on, I'm not ready. It's okay, we've got 9 months. To honor you, I'll name it Usopp. Hang on, I'm not ready to meet Usopp yet. The baby's coming. Usopp, please get your shiz together. Oh god, Usopp is coming. Hang on, I'm not ready to meet Usopp yet. Know what would be fun? Ditching you and becoming a pirate.
What?
F you. I think I forgot something. If you forgot, then it wasn't important. Yeah, you're right. Stay on the right path, even if you have to walk alone. That's the left path. The pupil of your eye can expand as much as 55% while looking at something you love. This is where we keep all the bad chapters of One Piece. Break next week. Me, who's accepted One Piece as a bi-weekly series and is pleasantly surprised when it's not. I came inside this hat.
What?
Blackbeard has the ability to use 2 Devil Fruit powers because he is pregnant. Yet another unrealistic body standards for women. He's taller than a basketball hoop, biceps bigger than my head, and shoulders the width of a car. I must go to the gym to be like him. Imagine being one of the greatest swords to have ever been forged, being passed down from generation to generation, before then being passed down to a young swordswoman prodigy. You're destined for greatness. And then, this prodigy dies because she fell down some stairs, and now you're stuck in the mouth of some dude with green hair. I want to be kicked at the speed of light. One Piece characters in real life. Then, oh boy, Egghead arc looks like it's gonna be goofy and chill. Now,
Emotional damage!
I'll untie you if you join my crew. If Straw Hats were in Avatar, Jinbei the Waterbender, Nami the Airbender, Sanji the Firebender. Characters whose identity are still unknown. Law thinking Luffy is not dumb enough to reveal himself and ruin the plan? Gamu Gamu no Red Hawk! Wanted, dead or alive, Dora D. Explorer. This man fought the world's strongest swordsman, fought all 3 admirals, and still alive. Look, I can explain. You and your crew got a full flashback? I only got a novel. Talk for you, Trafalgar. I got my own backstory in the middle of your flashback. You guys are getting flashbacks? My hands are for cooking only. I could destroy Sanji. I could destroy Sanji. This man did his own stunts, took professional cooking classes, took professional kickboxing classes, and now it became his hobby, actually became the chef for the production team, behind the scenes cooked for the production team while still in Sanji's costume. Taz Skylar, the man who was mocked by people when Netflix announced him as Sanji, is easily my favorite part of this show so far. Gear 2? Gear 2 if it was animated in 2022. UK Olympic silver medalist with an interesting tattoo. Oda should end One Piece without revealing what the One Piece actually is, and then afterwards announce, "You want the ending? You can have it. I left all the answers in a book somewhere on this planet. Now you just have to find it." Thus, starting the real-life Great Pirate era. OMG, I think this is true. Been a pirate for 30 years, took him 12 years to finish his journey, restarted it, and became the king of the pirates 14 years after that. He's been at sea for around 50 years, been a pirate for at least 45 years, and started his own crew 33 years ago. He had an absurd amount of strength since he was a kid. Started building her own empire 63 years ago and has been a pirate for around 33 years. She was born a natural disaster. Has been a pirate for almost 40 years, captain of his own crew for 24 years, became an emperor after a journey of 18 years. And then there is Luffy, been sailing for around 6 months, stopped sailing for 2 years, came back, and newspapers started calling him the 5th emperor in 2 weeks. What do you think of Jeff Goldblum playing Kizaru in the live action? Zoro carrying original size Enma. This is honestly so wholesome. My staff and I often go to a very noisy Japanese restaurant where a lot of people take their children. There are TVs at each table. If you go there on Sunday nights at 7:30, you'll see the children staring at the TV screen with their mouths wide open, looking silly. They're watching One Piece. When I see that, I never want to let them down. My Uber driver is watching One Piece. Watch D-Road. Y'all aware of this interview? One Piece debuted about a year earlier than Naruto did, even though we are the same age. He, Ichiro Oda, beat me to it. I was very envious in the beginning, and yet, at the same time, I wanted to not only be like him, but I wanted to surpass him. In some ways, I feel like the reason Naruto was able to be published and was able to succeed was because of One Piece. Masashi Kishimoto, author of the Naruto manga. I wish Gear 5 wasn't so goofy. I can't take Luffy's fight serious anymore. Barnes & Noble's description. Now that a second season of the One Piece live action seems relatively realistic, what do you think / hope or fear what Chopper will look like? Egghead arc without spoilers. One Piece is too long. I won't watch it.
What?
So, when you're watching a show, you're just constantly thinking, "Oh, please, just be over. I don't want to watch this anymore." I present to you the One Piece transponder snails. My horn dog behind could not have a transponder snail. Literally unwatchable. I'm really not hungry right now, Nami. The Straw Hats not all dying? Some random shiz Sanji did when nobody was paying attention. At the end of the story, when Zoro is declared the greatest swordsman, he will ask Ivankov to make him female so that the greatest swordsman would be a girl. This will be his final token of gratitude to Kuina. She and Sanji will then get married. Has the most normal backstory? Still acts the edgiest. Screw you! You're the man who messed up Vivi's country! That was a long time ago. It's only been a few months! I think that they made the perfect casting choices for once. Sanji opponents? Rival subterfuge expert, threatens his masculinity. Liar and manipulator who hurts women. Ruined his dream, peeved on Nami. Rival to his father, hurts women. Zoro opponents? Sword man. Sword giraffe. Sword zombie. Sword dinosaur. Reminder, without the trans community, Luffy would be dead several times over. I kill your kind for a living. I'm crying. Why Nami got the Dora fit? Naruto villain introduction? One Piece villain introduction. I don't have a favorite child. I love them all the same. Trains with the Revolutionary Army for 2 years. No hockey. Runs from gay people for 2 years. Armament, observation, one of the 6 powers. Netflix, when they stick to the source material, and it actually works. This man woke up thinking he was gonna have a cool little house party and ended up fighting 18 dudes on his roof at 3 a.m. The rivalry we didn't know we wanted. Simply the greatest swordsman in the world, the one who intimidates anyone just by his look, and rivals the greatest in the world of One Piece. But he couldn't kick out 2 teenagers who broke into his house. When you become the world's strongest swordsman, but your rival loses his arm, and now you're waiting for some Marimo to become stronger and surpass you, only for him to bow down and ask you to train him so he can defeat you. Man, these two are obnoxious as flap. Why are they even singing? A few episodes later. Dear Lord. Yamato is a woman! No, he's a man! I would Bible study Yamato, to be honest. Same here. One Piece? One Piece if Robin used that move at every opportunity. Luffy with Inaki's curly hair. Oda woke up one day and said, I'm gonna make my main character suffer for 3 arcs in a row. I despise all humans of high ranking. I want slaves to be free. I despise all humans. I want to be free. I despise all. I want slaves. I don't know if it's just me, but the One Piece live action actors just look like they're cosplaying the characters.
What?
Breaking news. Twitter user discovers what acting is. Bro wants the actors to look like this. I'm crying. I dare you, Netflix. If you ever feel useless, just remember the Marines failed 18 times to execute a man who can't swim. Netflix, I dare you. Seems accurate. I don't know if it already has been pointed out, but isn't that Zoro getting lost in the background? A tyrant's experience in a nutshell. The Straw Hats have touched down on your island. Someone below the poverty line just gave their last piece of meat to Luffy. He's going to overthrow you now. Finally, after years of loneliness, I will sail with the crew again. 1 week later. Me waiting for Dragon and Shanks' power reveal. What would have happened to the Straw Hat members if they never met Luffy? Killed by Morgan? Arlong's slave? Killed by Krieg, or still a cook if Mihawk kills Krieg? Would fight Wapol, either dead or living with Kureha? Killed by Crocodile, or she would kill herself without a will to live? Captured by CP9, dead or in prison? Still alone without a shadow? Still in Impel Down? Killed by Kuro? What way too many people saw? What really happened? Which one is bigger emotional damage? Luffy saying you're not a good person? Zoro saying he doesn't even need his katanas to beat you? Sanji not serving you any meal no matter how hungry you are? Water 7 has claimed another yet again. He really said, murder is okay, but those kids are not getting alcohol underage. Thought about this while watching the live action. Makino shocked Luffy can't swim and is a rubber boy now. Shanks shizzing himself because Luffy ate the Nika fruit. Your attacks are too slow. You will never hit me. And all your attacks will bounce right off me. Now what? One Piece is amazing because you'll see a character who looks like this, and you're like, ah yes, a powerful big shot fighter who is a crew member of one of the most dangerous pirates. This is a character that needs to be taken seriously. Straw Hats before time skip need Nami's skills to carefully plan the travel, select islands, follow the log pose, avoid dangerous currents. Every Straw Hat at the end of the time skip. I could take on a Yonko. Hey Chief, sorry, we need you to write us a filler arc. Nothing too fancy, just a forgettable 12-episode padding between Skypiea and Foxy. The mofo who wrote G8. Shut up, idiot. Impact dial. Hey Ace, since you're my 2nd Division commander, you should probably know about the Revolutionary Army. Would you like to see the wanted poster for its number 2, hear his name, or know literally anything about him? No. What is my purpose? You knock out the cannon fodder, and most of the time, Luffy forgets to use you. Oh my god. Nah, I want whatever bro is smoking. Zoro is never beating the allegations. I thought your kind hated humans. Our kind, huh? This is my favorite photo of the entire One Piece live action behind the scenes photos. It's just that, without context, it looks like a photo from a Latin American birthday with a weird clown, or the after photo of a tremendous theme party. Takes Perona in as a kid and raises her for 10 plus years? Not her dad. Lets an adult Perona crash at his place for a few years? Is her dad? Is there a lore reason why Law didn't help Satoru Gojo in Shibuya? Is he stupid? Me waiting for someone with a devil fruit power to drown in the ocean since the very first episode. Hello, Oda-sensei. Big Mom has many ex-husbands, right? So how exactly did she pick her husbands? Did she go on a lot of dates? Being a pirate, she kidnapped them, had kids with them, and then threw them away. Her only goal was to have as many kids from every race as possible. A truly frightening woman. Why our boy Usopp is the GOAT. Oh yeah, if we lose, they'll snatch me up because I'm so cute. We can't let that happen. I'm cuter, now keep rowing. I gave Robin her tan and bangs back. We better never see One Piece live action reach Dressrosa. Why didn't this idiot just eat a second devil fruit if he wanted to die? No translation needed. How? Watching other anime fights after One Piece? A person can just die so easily? These 4 in a room. Who is breaking the silence first? 3 minutes of dead silence pass. All of them simultaneously. You. Another 3 minutes of dead silence pass. Who looks better as someone else? Luffy as Doflamingo? Usopp as Blackbeard? Zoro as Mihawk? Robin as Crocodile? Sanji as Law? Chopper as Buggy? Nami as Hancock? Brook as Moria? Netflix, I dare you. Okay, we need to talk about this picture. It's actually crazy Oda has been able to consistently do this for so long. MHA Chapter 397 is 7 pages long. Black Clover transferred to Jump Giga. Nah, how the flap Kishi Kubo did it for 15 plus years weekly and Oda is still doing it. Insanity. Hope Hori and Tabata take a much needed break to recover. Zoro and Sanji fans? Sanji is better because he'll defeat Zoro with one kick. No, Zoro is better because he'll cut Sanji to pieces. Meanwhile, Frankie fans. Super! One Piece manga and anime early chapters. One Piece live action first episode. Okay, Ivankov is kind of fun for now, but with his character being so over the top, how long until he gets annoying? That's the neat part. He doesn't. We're gonna have to load Diff Yoshiki. Seeing Robin post time skip like, why are you white? What a chapter break does to a man. Offers free gender reassignment. Encourages others to express themselves. Huge MVP in Marineford and Impel Down. Hates the 1%. Hee-haw! Zoro is the R word. Crocodile is Luffy's mom. Something original. I'm getting the feeling we will see Vegapunk this arc. Oh, dang blast it. Doesn't anybody in this dadgummed anime stay dead? I didn't want to cause a fuss, but now that you mention it... Instagram strikes again.
What?
How Shanks stopped Kaido. Kaido, where are you going? To Marineford. I'm gonna kill Whitebeard. No. Okay. One Piece live action actors when they find out they have to shoot another 1,000 episodes. He's about 100 times stronger than you boys. Hmm? Hey, long time no see. I see that you're as cheeky as ever. We're 100 times stronger than we were 2 years ago, Kizaru. Usopp gotta take one for the team. In chapter 213 of volume 23, why was Nami's body effective against Luffy, but not the Snake Princesses? Is Nami that much better? Again in volume 23, and Usopp was present both times, so he's the culprit here. In other words, Luffy reacted to Hancock as he normally would when he's alone, but Usopp's the same age as Luffy, so when he's around, Luffy behaves like a schoolboy on a field trip. So you see, there's no contradiction here. The problem is Usopp. Get in the chair. Nami's character development is better than Sanji's. Sanji over a useless 4.
What?
Sanji hearing this? Being a Sanji fan and insulting a woman is genuinely insane. Who's the Navy sending this time? Don't they know I'll turn them to stone the moment they see my beauty? Hello. But I no longer belong to the weak trio with you and Chopper. So that was a flapping lie. I've been saying this for years. Oda's only way to redeem himself is by having Zoro killing Luffy at the end of the series and becomes the final villain. Gives him a spin-off and having the rest of the Straw Hats after his head. Then Zoro kills them one by one as a pirate hunter. Oh cool, she's from the Void Century. I can't wait to hear all the new info she'll give us. Is this canon? One Piece Film Blue. 149 chapters of Wano, 8 chapters of lore in the middle of Egghead Island. Weebs be like, I love Nico Robin. Bro, which one? Frankie, she's a Yonko, run away! Aren't we gonna make our captain the Pirate King? When will Sanji finally start looking for the All Blue? That's the neat part. He won't. Mom needs cake or everyone's flapped. Start beating your sister while she's transporting the cake. Other sister tells you first sister is necessary to make the cake. Beat the shiz out of her anyways. They escape onto a ship to send the cake to Mom and save everyone. Boil ocean to sink the ship with your sisters and cake anyways. Big brain. What happens if I kill him? Nah. I can't believe he didn't cry when the live action skipped Don Krieg. Do men even have feelings? Rayleigh casually watching his best friend's son die in Ultra HD 4K. A glance at the next universe over. Behold, the two rulers prophesied by the Sea Kings. When I started One Piece, Robin was a saucy older woman. Now I'm older than her. What happened here? Where are they? This is wild. What if Luffy fought the Straw Hats? Bruh. One Piece without context. Momonosuke, the new shogun of Wano, will need a strong wife to help him lead the country. Yamato is the most obvious choice, but she likes to cosplay as Momonosuke's father, Odin. Does this mean Momonosuke will be having Bible study with his dad? How One Piece fans wanted live-action Usopp's nose to look like. How will Netflix pull off the Kaku Usopp joke without the nose? Zoro with 20,000 different types of attacks? Sanji with Diable Jambe? Netflix, I dare you. Nani? Impact. This line did not age well. I'm not a zone type. Wait, so you're telling me that Kobe went from a child to a Navy officer in the span of 45 days? One Piece haters skipping 1,000 episodes of lore, context, drama, dynamics, characterization in One Piece to watch Gear 5 episode, and then saying, "What's going on? Why is it all cartoonish?" Why didn't Roger use his Conqueror's Haki to take down the Executioners? Is he stupid? Why did she learn all that in the time skip just to spam lightning tempo? Is she stupid? You were part of the Pirate King's crew alongside Red Hair Shanks, and you're also acquainted with Luffy? Please have this poneglyph copy. By the way, can I join your crew? Thanks. Yeah, why not? Having Odin on the crew is nostalgic. How in the heck did this work, though? I'd like to have Bible study one more time with my wife, who passed away from cancer 9 years ago. My body yearns for hers. The ultimate downside to finding the one is she may die young and leave you wanting. I also choose this guy's dead wife. One Piece is the only manga where this guy still needs a face reveal. Ace kept me nice and warm that day. With his devil fruit, right? With his devil fruit, right? Who the flap are you, and why does Chopper look like that? Hancock ain't even close to the most beautiful woman in One Piece. Change my mind. I hate those awful celestial dragons. OMG, Doflamingo, my favorite character. Shout out to One Piece characters that when you give them a second look, you notice how hot they are. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. Theory no Mi in its awakened form. Kuina didn't die. She was trafficked by Mother Carmel and sold into slavery in Mary Joa, but she trained her way to becoming a holy knight. She will be Zoro's last fight after he has already achieved his title of World's Strongest Swordsman. How did Big Mom find Pudding creepy when this is how her other kids look like? I found this old drawing I did of Gear 5 Luffy before Gear 5 Luffy was actually revealed. The Biden Blast Collection. Shut up, Marine. Jet Pistol. Shut up, Garp. Ice Age. Shut up, CP9. Weapons left. Shut up, Bozo. Hockey Man style. Divine Departure. Shut up, Pirate. Amaterasu. Shut up, Marine. Blast Breath. Shut up, Slave. Charlos Blast. Shut up, Bozo. Honesty Impact. Shut up, Burgess. Fire Fist. Shut up. Shut up, Peasant. 16 Holy Bullets. Shut up, Lowly Rabbit. Skill. Shut up, Mugiwara. Thunder Bagura. Shut up, Marine. Cloven Roseo. Shut up, Prisoner. Doku Gumo. Shut up, Idiot. Pearl Surprise. Shut up, you're not cute. Negative Hollow. Shut up, Equity. Repel. Before it becomes irrelevant, I'll let you know that I'm a fan of Toei's pre-timeskip One Piece adaptation, soundtrack, voice acting, animation, etc. Does nothing for 500 chapters. Ends the biggest war of the whole manga. Does nothing for 500 more chapters. Calmly states that he is going to claim the One Piece. Remember what they took from us. Monster Trio? Weird Trio? Coward Trio? Only normal one. So the 10th crew member is confirmed, right? Please allow me to be the light of Nika. If One Piece was made by Gen Alpha. If you ever disrespect Skibbity Toilet again, I'll send you to Ohio. El Riz. One Piece explained in Fortnite terms. Years ago, a pro player, Roger Pirate King, had won the first World Cup and tells the world to find his loot, dubbed the One Piece. Years later, meat lover Luffy cracks his own shield to convince Shanks to let him join his clan, but Shanks doesn't want noobs. The snitch Shanks and his crew are pro players. Shanks was even a part of Roger's clan. However, he has no interest in claiming Roger's loot. Some sweats show up, drain 1 HP off of him, and emote on Shanks. During the scuffle, Luffy eats Shanks' mythical consumables, granting him cool edits at the cost of his ability to swim. The sweats show up again, but they didn't know Shanks' clan is unreal and ranked. Lucky Roo is also playing on 0 ping. However, Shanks gets his shields cracked while rezzing Luffy. He also flexes a OG emote. Luffy then decides to start his own clan and win the World Cup. Shanks gives him one of his cosmetics and tells him to give it back once he reaches Unreal. Oda knows it very well. Grand Line, Islands, Road Poneglyphs, One Piece. Which of the Don Quixote pirates do you think had the worst slowdown? Look, I can explain. You and your crew got a full flashback? I only got a novel. Talk for you, Trafalgar. I got my own backstory in the middle of your flashback. You guys are getting flashbacks? Who asked these questions? Oda-sensei, since Luffy is a Gomu human, does that mean his cucumber can stretch too? His cucumber can stretch too. Question, if Marco's cucumber gets ripped off, will it regenerate? Yes, the cucumber will regenerate. Yo, so this is the first time we've talked, A-chan. I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, I have a question. Buggy the Clown can split himself in pieces, right? Which means he can also do it down there, if you catch my drift. I can't get any more specific. Don't make me say it. Don't draw anything until you answer this question. His cucumber can fly too. Is Akainu's cucumber Magu Magu? Whoa, whoa. Is Aokiji's cucumber Hie Hie? Hey. Is Kizaru's cucumber Pika Pika? Stop it! What the HFIL are these questions right from the beginning? Yes to all of them, damn it. Sir Oda Eiichiro, greetings. Why did Caesar demand to have Law's heart? Logically speaking, I feel like his cucumber would be so much more of a vital body part to lose. Indeed. The willy would also be a vital body part. However, how would the imagery turn out looking like? Law holding his willy and Law holding his heart. Which has the better impact? For instance, Law. They say that he, in order to join the Shichibukai, delivered 100 hearts to the Marine headquarters. But, if he had delivered 100 willies instead, by now, Law would have become a Shichibikai. Odachi, a question for you. Is the 3rd Division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, Diamond Jozu's cucumber, a diamond? Please tell me. Yes, Jozu's cucumber is a diamond cucumber. Nice to meet you. I'm a 24-year-old lady who has an affection for sharks. Sharks are widely known for having 2 cucumbers. But does Hody also have 2 cucumbers? Also, how many cucumbers does Odachi have? They have 2 of them? Sharks have 2 of them? Wow, I had no idea. They're widely known for it? I've drawn lots of sharks in my lifetime, but I had no idea. Thank you so much. If so, Hody has 2 of them as well. He has 2 cucumbers, so he must be a double cucumber. I guess, personally, I only need 1. Why are you jumping in to defend a celestial dragon? Give me back my friend! Look, lady, it's fairly simple. There are 2 kinds of people in this world. Those who got saved by Luffy, and those who got their cakes kicked by Luffy. and us have-been-kicked cakes need to have each other's backs. Who made this? Post the funniest pics related to One Piece under this post. Asking for a friend. Check this out. Blackbeard is Luffy's brother in a way. He is one of the ancient four gods, Ichika, Nika, Sanka, and Yonka, god of rain, god of earth, god of forest, and the sun god. The sun god has already been revealed to be Nika, and Luffy is his reincarnate. Blackbeard is the reincarnate of Yonka, the god of earth, since he has a devil fruit that causes earthquakes. Yonka has two souls. The Fishman arc, we met 5 quintuplets, named Ichika, Nika, Sanka, Yonka 1, Yonka 2. Is it a coincidence? The 4 ancient gods were probably the children of the Supreme King, the king of the ancient kingdom. Imu has an interest in 4 people only: Luffy, Teach, Vivi, and Shirahoshi. Vivi, the goddess of rain, she lives in a desert and made it rain in the Alabasta arc. Shirahoshi has an obsession with forests. Coincidence? We are live here at Egghead Island, and wait, what's this? By God, it's Bartholomew Kuma with a steel chair! Oda was afraid of what could have been. They have no idea that I have an army of monkeys. One time, I felt bad for talking shiz about a villain for being annoying. Ending this debate once and for all. You spawn in the One Piece world. You get an overpowered devil fruit. You meet Blackbeard and his crew. POV, you're Saint Saturn in 1103. Be careful who you call ugly in middle school. I'm so hungry. You can eat what my mom made. What did she make? Me. Waiter, more East Blue fodders, please. Teach hockey to the rest of the crew? I'll ignore that. I just realized something. Luffy was 17 pre-time skip. Hancock was 29 pre-time skip. So Chopper, after eating the human fruit, just became a mink, right? It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Will you change Robin's skin color? What about Zoro's? Will Enel's lightning be yellow like in the manga? Will we see hockey pre-time skip? Will there be retcons by Oda? What about the seiyus? Keep the original casting, or go for an entire new casting? Same with the OST. Same, remixed, or new? Still the same with the openings and endings? What will happen here? Will you keep the fan-favorite filler arc G8? What about the Chapter 0 with Shiki? How will be implemented the mini-adventures? Oda's creativity remains unparalleled. Time skip training. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Usopp, Chopper, Brook, Frankie, Robin. You know you are scum when the holiest person who in his entire life only helped and sacrificed for other people wants to punch you in the face. Trump is carrying around 8 pizzas like it's nothing. Biden would faceplant with more than 2.
What?
This is unironically how One Piece power scalers sound. You are a frightening man. However, I am the best swordsman in CP9. Don't take me lightly. Said the only swordsman in CP9. Big W for the Shanks Nation. This gotta be the nastiest one yet. The bald one made me post this. Ooh, big girl with her strong devil fruit. Take that off, what are you? Genius, archaeologist, linguist, and beautiful lady. POV, you just said you wanted to save people just like Nika to Saturn. I will Bible study your wife. I will wipe your memories. I will experiment on your infant daughter. What every monster trio fears. You hungry, One Piece fans? This time, it's not badly paced. Quit studio! What took you so long? If Kuma has a million fans, I'm one of them. If Kuma has 5 fans, I'm one of them. If Kuma has 1 fan, that one is me. If Kuma has no fans, I'm no longer alive. If the world is against Kuma, I'm against the entire world. Till my last breath, I'll support Kuma. I'll untie you if you join my crew. I hate One Piece. Oh, Squidward, you know what we say. The only people who hate One Piece have never watched One Piece. The forgiveness. Emergency food. Breaking news. Ichiro Oda clarifies that people petrified by Hancock's serif version find her adorable, like you find a baby or a child cute, and dismisses the idea of lolicon. Why did Bro flex his hairline before killing Ace? When I die, I want Monkey D. Dragon to lower me into my grave so he can let me down one last time. Don't worry, Mom. Dad will come back soon. Meanwhile, a couple islands away. He's laughing at you. Eat his fruit. Shanks is lucky that Kid is his opponent, cause if it was Apu, Mofo wouldn't be able to cover both of his ears. They call her 007. 0 feats, 0 relevance, 7 advances made on a 17-year-old boy. Nefertiti Cobra? What is the D? Gorose? Ace? I am the Fire Logia. Teach? I enjoyed my time on this ship.